Tighten up to all you guys. Thanks so much, buddy. We are getting underway, and here we go. 2021 season officially started. Here we go. And it's going to be not returnable into the end zone. Chester Rogers. Here come the Tennessee Titans offense. I did want to give Titan Anderson a shout out. He's doing the same thing I'm doing right now. He's got almost 100 people talking Tennessee Titans. Head over there, subscribe to him, check him out. We got two different styles. We'll give you two different elements. I'm going to be keeping up with him here. He's keeping up here. Great dude. So go over there, check him out as well. So that's Titan Anderson. And definitely subscribe to him. So here we go. Tennessee Titans offense, Derrick Henry, 25-yard line. Oh, no, we got a movement already. They did not call the movement on Julio Jones or A.J. Brown. Him in motion. Derrick Henry gets blasted in the backfield already. Chandler Jones. And again, that was the left side. That's Taylor Lewan's spot. And he got blasted again. So there's a starting five. David Quessenberry is probably the one to keep an eye on. Now it's 2nd and 13. So this will be the last time you can say Derrick Henry has -3 rushing yards for the season. We'll just get it out of there right away. But yes, left side, Lewan's got to do a better job. All right, Tannehill now in shotgun with Henry to his right. He has two wide receivers, Jones and A.J. Brown to his right. Fake, not open, little dump off to Henry. Good decision by Tannehill. Cardinals did a really good job taking away both Julio Jones and A.J. Brown. I know it's hard for me to, yes. So it's going to be 3rd and long, 3rd and 10. This is not a good situation. Cardinals, again, coming in with 48 sacks last season, and they're going to get after it here. Marcus Golden on one end, Chandler Jones on the other, J.J. Watt inside, Budda Baker in the back end, Murphy and Alford the corners. So here we go. 3rd down, 3rd and 10. Chester Rogers, he's an interesting one to keep an eye on. Here we go. Back to pass. Tannehill, almost picked off. And where was he going? Chester Rogers, which wasn't open. He honestly was double covered. Arizona comes out with a fury. 3-yard minus run on the opening play. That should have been picked off. Not going to make the play on that one. Chester Rogers was double covered on there. So great job for Arizona. Yes, Mostradamus. It's looking good for you guys. Kern, the punt. Special teams is something to keep an eye on. Return at the 30. He's got some room. There he goes. 35, 40-yard line. And finally, Blasingame will push him out of bounds. It's Rondale Moore from Purdue, the rookie. And the Cardinals will start 1st down and 10 from the 40-yard line. We will get to our sponsors at BetQL here in a minute for the watch party, so shout out to them. You can check out the description below. Type in Titan for 25% off, or for any subscription offering that they have. They will definitely put you up there to take on any sports book. So shout again to our sponsor, BetQL. So here comes Kyler Murray at the 38-yard line, roughly. 1st and 10, 2021 season, in motion. Murray back to pass, no pass rush, going deep, wide open down the field is that guy, Hopkins, who we never can stop. And we're already in trouble. Nobody there. Busted coverage. The one guy you can't let beat you just goes by Jenkins, throws him to the ground, wide open, Byard up there as well, and nobody back there. Hooker was the only one back, and the Cardinals are in business. This is not a great start for the Titans. This is not a great start. Kyler Murray, number one, had all day back there. We got trips to the bottom of the side here, and we got a wide receiver out top. Cardinals are going to be innovative with their offense. They're going to throw all sorts of things at the Titans. Kyler's going to keep it, and he's got a lot of running room. All the way down, 1st down. There is a flag down. Hopefully that's again. And Farley is on the field. That's interesting. So Farley on the field already in this package. It looks like it's going to be against the rookie Moore. That's who they're pointing at. That's who CBS is telling you. It is against the Cardinals. That 10-yard run is for nothing. Murray is making it look easy. Thanks again for being here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Tighten up that like button as we are at the watch party off and running. We're at 68 strong, now 74. Vrabel, man, this is not a great start for the Titans. If that's all they got, we got to win. I mean, that first play, that's we got to learn from that. We got to move on. But offensively, you don't want to do too much. It is the opening drive. I think both teams were going to start off slow, although the Cardinals are putting that to the test as they have moved the ball down the field pretty easily already, and it's only been one play. So, all right, Murray, little fake pitch. Bud Dupree's there. Can't bring him down. There's the pitch. Behind the line of scrimmage, another flag down. And this looks to be against the Cardinals again. Maybe legal man downfield, a pick play, something. We'll see. Hopefully it's against the Cardinals. Sometimes, I just don't know. But we are off and running 12-19 and counting. Yes, I think it's a legal man downfield. So we got that one. Good job. Upload. Here we go. NFL kickoff weekend. Thanks so much for being here. We got into some of the inactives in the pregame show, which has me concerned. Like Chris Jackson, you don't see him out there. Weaver's a guy on a hot day. They made him inactive, so he's not going to be out there either. So that's something to keep an eye on as this game goes forward with the defense. Offensively, we'll get into that a little bit more, but Chester Rogers, Julio Jones, A.J. Brown are pretty much the ones they're going to roll with. Maybe Nick Westbrook-Akina. They scratched a healthy Cam Batson, and then we knew that Reynolds probably wasn't going to play. All right, so everybody's wide out. We got 4 wide receivers. Murray, the only one. No running back. Murray back to pass all day. And guess who is open this time? A.J. Green. First down, unless he was out of bounds. Nope, 1st and 10. He was in. Wide receivers running wide open. Now, that one's on Christian Fulton. He bit, and then Hooker couldn't get over. So that's, I can't really blame Fulton on that one because there was a running back. I'm sorry. Somebody got out into the flat, and then he kind of ran into there. But the Cardinals are making it look way too easy right now. Hopkins on one end. A.J. Green on the other. There goes Edmonds off the field. We'll see if we see Connor here at some point to come in for the running. But yeah, Cardinals. There we go. Christian Kirk's one name to keep an eye on too. Running backs Chase Edmonds. So they're going to split them out. They see something in the Titans where they think they can throw on them. You remember, the Titans were 28th in the league last year in pass. So maybe they see what we've all saw last year. All right, Murray was trying to run out. There's a false start, so that will back him up 5, which is good. Yes, Farley is playing.
Where is he?
Number 3.
I don't see him out there.
Well, he was out there for one play.
Why is he not out
I don't know. So, again, 0-0 here. 10:51 to go in this first quarter. The Titans went 3 and out. Derrick Henry is 1 carry for -3 yards. There's been 1 pass complete to Henry for like 3 yards. And then that's it. Tannehill's 1 for 2. Got 109 of you in here. Don't forget to tighten up that like button, or if you're a Cardinal fan, like the like button. Just helps the channel. And subscribe if you haven't subscribed. We love doing our watch parties. And like I said, I'll be mentioning Titan Anderson a lot. He's over there also covering the Titans watch parties. And like I said, he was doing quite well before. I was in that room checking him out before the show. Got a really cool backdrop going on, so definitely go check him out. We'll get to the first commercial break, and then we will shout out our sponsors of tonight's show, or today's show, our first official watch party. As far as the running back position, like I said, Chase Edmonds been out there a lot. James Conner, we'll probably see him. And Murray right now 3 for 3. But the thing with Murray that I'm not really liking as a Titans fan is he's very mobile. We knew that. He has a good arm. He's got great wide receivers. But it was that offensive line. Can our pass rush get past that offensive line? And as of right now, it does not look good. We've seen Bud Dupree. He made Murray change direction and go the other way. But the Titans didn't have anybody on the other side. So we'll have to see how this thing plays out. Again, no David Long Jr., but that's okay. We got, like I said, Brown's going to be huge, Jaylen Brown, and hopefully Evans can show up. But in these passing situations, we are playing in a very difficult position, especially with Evans, because passing is not his. There goes Murray. Oh, Simmons tried to trip him, and Kyler Murray all the way down to the 5-yard line. They have found, now there's a flag down, and they're probably going to get Simmons for tripping. He stuck his leg out, but Okay, they're not. Holding again, it's going against Arizona. But yes, if you go back and watch the replay, Simmons sticks his leg out and really did try to trip him. That's the only thing you could do. The issue, and you'll see the replay. Remember the preseason game, I think it was against Atlanta, where they just ran all over us with the quarterback? Look, there's the trip. They missed that one. And we kind of, we were like, no big deal, I mean, we were playing vanilla defense. It wasn't a big deal. Well, this is showing its ugly head right now if you're the Titans. He is getting out there way too smooth right now, and he's all over. And then you're going to have to play up. You might have to spy. That means even less pass rush. I know I'm complaining a lot. It's opening weekend. I told you this game would be a toss-up, but I'm a Titans fan, and that's just what it is. Okay, Bud Dupree off the edge. Murray back to pass. Wide open across is Kirk, and it's going to be third down. Third down, I think, is coming up. Here we are. 9:54 and counting. Third down. They bring Evans off. There's Shane Bowen. Is it Shane Bowen's fault they're going right down the field on us? I don't think so. I mean, the Jenkins got horribly beat and thrown down on the one big play to Hopkins. And then Fulton was in a position where he either had to take the flat or go with him, and Hooker was just slow getting over. I would blame Hooker in that case. All right, here we go. Third and goal. Oh, are they going to throw a flag? Are they going to throw a flag? No, they are not. The Tennessee Titans hold. Murray tried to he overthrew the receiver there. It was close. That was Rondale Moore. And good coverage by Elijah Molden. You could have called the flag on him. I get it. But in this day and age, it just kind of depends. Chad with the super chat already. Flashbacks of last year's defense. Not off to a great start. But the defense did come up big. I think the Cardinals weren't very good in the red zone last year. And this is a chance that the Titans ended up putting, but a lot of them were penalties. Field goal is up and in. And our first field goal of the season, boom, the Cardinals are on the board. So it is 3-0. We will get into your comments here. But first, let's talk about our friends over at BetQL. So you definitely could check out the bottom there. I'm going to go ahead and put this on the board. You can go to try.betql.co/Titan. And I'm telling you, they got a really good system to set up to help you take on those sports books. Here's why they make sense. Odd comparisons, video analysis, sharp betting data, live line movements, mispriced lines to stay away from. Keep track of your history. They have a ranking system, like a leaderboard. You can track your success. They have breaking news, injury updates, over-unders, player props, spreads. All of that's covered. And this is the best recommendation app out there that I can give you to take on those sports books. I will put on their little ad here on the bottom real quick. There's their logo. Kind of gets into all of that with the app. You can also do it on the computer. It's very easy to do. They had the Titans winning today, like a 67% chance. They give you a lot of background knowledge. Instead of going and hunting all this stuff for yourself, they give it you all one place. You could still do that. You could still research if you'd love to do that. But this just makes it a little simpler, and it definitely gives you all the tools that you definitely need. So the question is, what are you waiting for? Go download that app now. You can find it on Google or Apple Play Store. If you look in the description below, type in Titan to save yourself 25% off any subscription offering that they have. And again, if you're really involved, you retweet it and tell them Titan Upload sent you there. That would mean a lot to me. And again, what are you waiting for? They have you covered. So get into it. And I'll put their little thing here on the bottom if I can find it. There it is. Boom. Let's move it up. Got to 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 move it up. Nope, not going to do that. Got to move it up. Can't find it. Can't find it. There it is. Boom, there it is. So discount code Titan for 25% off. All right, so it's 3-0 Arizona. 3-0 Arizona. Cardinals look pretty good on offense. I mean, I can't complain too much as far as the Titans being able to step in here and stop them from not letting them score a touchdown after how easy it was. But this is the key. So thank you so much for the comment. I like this guy. I follow him on Twitter. And like I said, I think I met him in the PlayStation giveaway days. Or not giveaway, but find the PlayStation 5. But he's right. Mostradamus, the penalties really did bite Arizona on that one. So the Titans will get their second possession. Their first possession on offense looked like garbage. Somebody commented in one of my videos recently, the Titans are garbage. All right, Rodgers' first kick return, 10, 15. Oh, he's still alive. 20 and down at the 19-yard line. So Titans will start at the 19-yard line. J.J. Watt coming on the field right now. So, again, you can see his career versus the Titans, most sack by any player versus Tennessee. 2 fumble recoveries, 1 reception touchdown, 9 forced fumbles, 18 sacks, 25 tackles for loss. But he hasn't been very healthy lately, and I think we have to remember that. Steven says, I told you, Bowen, who's the problem? Manny says, nice stop. Bro Shorts in the house says, I'm back. Tighten up to you. All right, here we go. Tannehill, roughly from the 20-yard line. Derrick Henry behind him. 3 wide receivers. A.J. Brown, Nick Westbrook-Akina, and looks like Chester Rogers up top. Derrick Henry goes nowhere. Derrick Henry, 2 carries, -4 yards. The Cardinals have said, we are going to stop Derrick Henry. The tape is out there. We can ignore it. We can act like it didn't exist. We can say, hey, it's because we had Julio Jones now. Last year, the Titans playing at Nissan Stadium, the last time we saw them, Derrick Henry had 40 yards rushing. I know he's only got 2 carries. He can break one open now. But I'm just telling you, teams are going to try to follow that and mold that success. We got to beat their corners. Tannehill, again, I formation. Fakes. Oh, there's trouble. Fumble. Cardinals scoop and score. Touchdown, Cardinals. I will explain how that happened in a minute, but that was the thing I was afraid of. Touchdown, Cardinals. This is what happens. You know, play action. They just ran Henry twice. Chandler Jones doesn't fall for it all. He just goes right at Tannehill. I'm worried about this season. The Titans play action so much this year, or last year. Like one of the top 4 teams in the league in play action. The Cardinals will say, hey, you're going to have to make the adjustment now. You can. That's going to fall on the offensive coordinator. So we want to get on Shane Bowen, fine. But what about Todd Downing? This has been pathetic, and we're only on the second possession. You are just basically playing from last year. They were doing what we did last year. We got Julio Jones now, for crying out loud. You don't have to do play action on every play. I know it worked a lot last year. But if Chandler Jones and their ends are going to keep coming up the field, you got to make a change to that. And that just shows me when you get -3 on your first carry and you get -1 on your second carry, he might be down at the 1. So they will have to go back out there. The play is under review. But I'm telling you, this is not looking good. This is not looking good at all. Let's see your comments here. No, that was one of the worst plays. Scoop and score, oh my goodness. This happens every time when everyone picks the Titans to win, and Tony is right. Tony is right about that one. This team is trash, Metal Madness says. Did we prepare for this game? Remember, there's been a lot of the sickness, and this, I told you in the pregame, the offensive line is definitely a concern because of the fact they have not been working together. Nate Davis has been out. Ben Jones been out most of the preseason with an injury and being on the sickness list. Taylor Lewan didn't even play last year for most of it after I think he went down in the Buffalo game. So I'm not freaking out just yet, but 2 drives now for the offense. Thanks for the thumbs down. 2 drives in the offense. Pathetic. Can't run the ball. Our best play to throw the ball to is to Chester Rogers being double covered. You're telling me if they're playing zone, they're basically taking out Julio and AJ. Somebody's got to be open. They cannot do what Baltimore did last year and just stack the box. It's just Arizona's making plays. Arizona is making plays. That's what it comes down to. And I think we are too predictable. We're too predictable. You can call me out. You could say, upload. You're freaking out. It's only the third drive of this or second drive of this. It's fine, but it's too predictable. Run on first down, play action on second down, and then now you're in shotgun on third down. We go out. What do we do the second drive? Run on first down, play action on second down, And oh yeah, we didn't get to a third down because Chandler Jones is like, I'm not falling for play action this time. I'm going straight to Tannehill. We got to make an adjustment to that. That is a first time I'm going to say it, but that's the first time that I'm noticing the Arthur Smith effect. And maybe it's not even Arthur Smith. Maybe it's the fact that Todd Downey's coming in and we're just acting like this is the same year. We'll just do the same stuff we did last year. Remember Baltimore. That's all I'm going to say. We did not have an answer going up 10-0. Did they count it? It was under review. Yeah. So my son is checking us out with the score. He said change it, but it is under review. And it looks like he's down at the 1. It looks like he's down at the 1. Our new OC, oh my God. It's going to take work. I told you this is why this game's a toss-up. Is he down at the 1? This is big because, the Titans defense has been pretty, yes, so down at the 1. The Titans defense, if you're a Cardinal fan, has over the last couple of years, especially with Vrabel, this is where Evans is like at his best, Rashad Evans. I mean, this is what he does. And the Titans goal line defense has come up numerous times with big-time stops. Arizona has said, I don't care about running the football against you. I'm just going to throw it all over you. That is your weakness. And then I was worried about Cleveland. Cleveland can look at the Titans and be like, well, I could throw it on you, but I can run it on you too. That just, oh my goodness. So here we go. Sneak. Oh, that's another penalty against the Cardinals. And that's why every play matters and every yard matters. And why this touchdown, you might think, hey, they're at the 1 yard line, they're going to score anyways. Not true. Not true. I mean, they could. It was going to be a sneak. You could tell by Murray. You could tell by Murray how he was going up there. It was going to be a sneak, I think. Simmons gets him to go across. Wow, Dennis Kelly, right tackle, will be the big... Again, a lot of this, though, Aaron's coming from the left side. Yes, the right side, but again, Chandler Jones, play action, he's just going up the field. That's a hard block to make for any right tackle. You're hoping that they bite on that fake because they think you're going to run the ball. But they're kind of going on prediction. The Titans are just basically running what they did. They're doing everything exactly the same from last year. Run on first down, play action on second down. They have to come out on the third drive and be a little bit different. Line up in something different. You are playing right in the hands. You are saying, hey, we're going to run down your throat, and that's the way it is. If you're going to do that, then run the ball down their throat. Don't run Henry one time and then don't run him anymore. Like, run him, go out there and run him 3 straight possessions or three straight downs. I mean, if that's what you think you can do. Don't just go back to the philosophy. Run first down, play action second down, third down, we'll see what we got. Okay, because that's what happens. Tannehill is his blind side. He's literally, his back's to the play and boom, he gets lit up. We're lucky he didn't get hurt on that play. This is not a good start for the Titans. This is the worst start possible. The only good news from all this, last year we missed all those field goals against Denver. Last year was a situation where we didn't play very good against Denver either. Okay, offensively, we had a lot of mistakes. Defensively, did quite well. I mean, they kind of hung in there, and they ended up being the problem. But we'll see what happens. Murray in shotgun. He's going to throw it. And, oh, what a play by Christian Fulton! Oh, Fulton made a heck of a play. One-on-one coverage. A.J. Green saying, hey, man, you got to toss it up here. You too low. And that's the Murray effect. That's good coverage. Oh, he did pull on him a little bit. You could have probably called pass interference. He got him right here. They didn't call it. Gets his arm in there, makes a play. But if I'm the Cardinals, I go right back and I do it again. And I lob it up this time, and that's going to be difficult. They got trips to the top of the screen. They got a receiver down below. That's Hopkins one-on-one. That's going to be a nightmare. Watch out for Hopkins there, bottom of the screen. There goes Murray. Landry's got him on the run. Murray throws it away. Defense, let's go. Woo! That's a good sign right there. Landry getting a little bit of pressure. Got to stop him here, third down. Again, I go right back to that first play if I'm Arizona. I try not to be biased here on this channel. You guys know my passion and my desire for the Titans, but I try to be fair, fairest assessment, fair one of these watch parties. This is what I would do if I'm Arizona. Either 1, I try to sneak Murray in. 2, I throw a lob in the corner of the end zone. I get a one-on-one matchup with A.J. Green or with Hopkins, D-Hop, and I just throw it up there and let him make the play against our corners. Now, I would preferably, if I was Arizona, go back and target Fulton. Fulton got away with one. I'm sure the refs heard about it. If he's matched up one-on-one, physicality-wise, A.J. Green, he's older, but he's got him with the physicality part, and he's taller. And Murray made a mistake. He threw it too low. If he throws it high, that's a touchdown. So that's what I would do. Okay? If you have faith in Murray and he's going to take this step, that's what I would do. I would throw it to him. Play action was the Cardinals' Achilles last year. Doesn't shock me. That's all Tennessee did last year, and I feel like teams are going to start to figure that out. That's my concern there. But we got two receivers at the top, Hopkins at the bottom, Byard over there. Pressure. Landry. Get him, Landry! Throws across his body. Touchdown, Hopkins. And we can't stop him. We cannot stop him. Pass rush, good. Murray, heck of a throw across his body. He Mahomed it. And even a better play by the guy who kills us every year he plays us. D-Hop. 2-in touchdown. Jenkins is right there. Murray gets out of the pocket, throws it across his body. 6-yard touchdown to D-Hop. This is the one guy I don't want to see. I'm glad he's out of Houston. He is a Titan killer. D-Hop. I got respect for the dude, but he is a Titans killer for sure. Extra point up and in. Cardinals are outplaying us on offense. Cardinals are outplaying us on defense. And honestly, you could even argue Cardinals are outplaying us on special teams. So, where do we start? Where do you guys stand? How am I going to show my face tomorrow? Hey, it's not over yet. It's not over yet, but this is not off to a good start. What's up, everyone? Go Cardinals here. Hey, you're playing awesome. You're outguessing us. Your defense has showed up. You are doing everything you need to do to win, and your guys are making plays. You know, that's the way it is. So I'm way behind on comments. Rossi checking in from the game says our defense hasn't played that bad, really. It's field position and turnover. The only thing with that is just giving up the big plays here or there. They've given up 2 big plays already, and we're only on the second drive. That's the only thing. And actually, they've given up 3 big plays now because the guy, Murray, rolled out and made a heck of a play. And yeah, the defense was there, but I get your point. They're making it more challenging on the Cardinals, but they got to stop the Cardinals from the get-go. The starter's not playing, and that's Justin. Good point. That's the argument. You know, you get somebody hurt, and then that's that argument. And then when you come out and look like crap, then yeah, Robert not happy. Offense predictable. That's the problem. Titans legend in the house. Jenkins looks like Joe. At this point, he doesn't look very good. He's getting just destroyed. The defense did good. Just a good play by the Cardinals. It's a good point. At least we got something. Fire Mike. I'm over it, says Clayton. Ball out of bounds. The Titans will start at the 25. Yeah, let's see. Darn. This is why I hate getting hyped for a Titans game. Hey, join the party, man. Join the party. Let's see. In danger? This offense needs to get it going. A to Z sports fans super excited. Let's go Cardinals. A lot of you in the house are Cardinals fans. That's fine. Just don't forget to subscribe at least. Jerry Adams says offense will be fine. Just sit back and watch. Guys, don't give up on the Titans yet. It's still the first quarter. Here we go. I want to see something. Do not run the ball. Do not run the ball here. Or if you are going to run the ball, be consistent. So we're going to run a toss to Henry for 2 yards. Something different. It's something different. 2 yards. They're going left side. They're going towards the lawn. That's our best side of the offensive line. But I think Arizona knows that as well. Here's our first test. We'll see what the Titans are made of. Play action is where the Titans usually go here on second down. But if you're Todd Downing, you can't keep doing that because they're going to send their edge rushers right up the field. Screen pass would be good here. Running the ball to Henry yet again, just do it if you want to run the football. No play action here. What are we doing now? Calling timeout? Oh, my goodness. We're changing the play. I don't think anybody knows what they're doing. There goes Henry for about 6. See, now you're 3rd and 2. That's my point all along. If you're going to run the football, then don't just run it one under the flag. I don't think the Titans were set Do not think the Titans were set, so that's probably going to be a flag. But that was my point. If you're going to run it, run it. Don't just run it one time. Go play action, then do whatever on third down. Like, just do something different. That's all I ask. If you're a running team, then frickin' run the ball. All right, it's going to be against the Titans, I would think. Oh, it's a personal foul. It's against the Titans anyways, so we got that right. Who's it on? Julio Jones. So off and running with Julio. Great start. 0 catches, 0 targets, and a personal foul. I'm kidding. Come on. I'm excited about Julio. It is what it is. Julio plays hard. Julio's trying to get revved up. I mean, he hasn't played in a game in a while, so we'll see what happens. Keep an eye on that right side. We're not coaches. We're not in those huddles. Here's what Julio did. Where's he at? I don't even see Julio. Oh, that's ridiculous. So Julio gets baited into one, but that's okay. All right, 3rd and 16. Oh, good gracious. What the heck is going on here? What the heck is going on? We almost gave up another pick 6. J.J. Watt's all fired up. Murphy should have had a pick 6. Tannehill throws a screen pass by being chased. You never want to run a screen pass when you're literally almost sacked, because everybody's already condensed you. So here comes J.J. Watt, one-on-one. Everybody stays back is my point. Run the screen pass. It's a bad pass. It goes right into the lap of Murphy. He dropped it. And what I meant by J.J. Watt got pressure and everybody else stayed home. That's not a good thing for a screen pass is my point. All right, so Kern is our only sure thing with a heck of a punt down to the 22. Here goes Rondale Moore, and he gets tripped up by, get you a name, is that Ola, I think, got him on there, and he's going to be our very key as far as our special teams. JJ is killing us already. Let's go defense. JJ Watt, I never want to see him or Hopkins again. I know this is not the greatest matchup to start the season with some of these guys who look really, really good. What's the deal with Tannehill? I think it's worth noting, and these are the two things, and I'm going to bring it up in the postgame show, the Todd Downing effect. Is Todd Downing having any impact on this game, positively or negatively? I don't think there's any positive here. I think you could go there to some negative thing, but I don't know how much is on him. 222 in here. Don't forget to tighten up that like button. We're at 60 likes already. Trying to get to 100 likes during the end of the quarter. I don't know if we can get there, but we're getting close. The way this game's going, we might be out of the watch party by half. I'm kidding. We won't. We'll stick to the end, but come on, Titans, wake up. It's 10-0. Tyrone says JJ's been killing us for years. Yep, that's nothing different. CJ2K in the house. Like we said, is it Questenberry? It's going to get killed by JJ. Online Elite says O-line needs to step up. We are doing terrible on offense. I'm sorry, Keisha and Rossi. Yeah, this has to fall on Keisha. Keisha's been at the games, and they've been awful games. The Browns game last year, and I think she was at one more. Was she at the playoff game against the Ravens? All good fun. Sam in the house. We really, really want to lose or about to lose. Alex says Henry is holding our offense back. Come on, Alex. It's not Henry's fault. Matthews says, stop hyping up the team every year. We're not good. Well, my preview video is falling flat, but I did say this game was a toss-up, and maybe I should have picked the Cardinals. Kendrick in the house. Wow, we have nothing really to feed that momentum. Thinking of getting sick. Hopefully not the sickness, man. Are you able to show? No, I'm not. But honestly, Anthony, I know it's bad, and I don't know if you want to see it. All right, trip around the league. Here on Upload. Here we go. Jacksonville Jaguars. I called this. I called this. Houston Texans shellacking the Jaguars 14-0. Chargers up 7-3 against Washington. Seattle winning against Indy 7-3. Jets and Carolina scoreless. Minnesota, Cincinnati scoreless. Arizona up 10-0 against the Titans. San Francisco and Detroit looks to be just tied at 7. Buffalo up 3-0. And Philadelphia up 7-3 against Arthur Smith and the Cardinals. Again, they're showing the flag right now. We know yesterday was 9/11. So just, again, paying our respects to all the ones that, gave their life for this country and helped everybody else to pick up the country after that tragic event. All right, back to game action here. Landry with the stop at about 5 yards. Edmond on a fake reverse. But no, yesterday, hopefully you guys had a chance. We went to Naperville, Illinois, and they were doing a 9/11 thing. So, for those of us that lived through it, man, it's always a tough day when it comes to 9/11. But, just like with anything, paying the respects and just thinking about all those people that just helps us kind of move forward, I guess, with everything. It's been 20 years, but, man, it seemed like it happened yesterday. All right, 10-0 Arizona. Kirk in motion. Murray back to pass all day again. Wide opens Hopkins. He does get hit by Jenkins. Mr. Titan in the house checking in also from the game. Upload. Wish you were here, man. The energy in the stadium is very good, but it's slowing. And, yeah, I bet it's going to get fading away real quick. I'm not sure if the people at the game checking in, but how many people would you say a Cardinal? How are the Cardinal fans being represented there? Are there a lot of Cardinal fans or overwhelmingly Titans? All right, Jenkins one-on-one with D-Hop is not a good situation for us right now. 3rd and 3. This is where the Titans defense was awful. 32nd in the league last year. Murray back to pass. Oh, good read by the Titans. Almost an interception from Fulton. Murray threw it. It looked like Murray was just going to throw it in one location and hope his guy could make a move. Actually, Fulton read it perfectly. So instead of kind of continuing to go with A.J. Brown, he kind of slipped off. But he actually kind of fell backwards. He was a little too high. Sorry. But he was a little too high there. Took a back step. Kind of lost his balance, but he recovered nicely. Did the off-balanceness actually put him in a better place to not be up so close on the line of scrimmage? Let's talk Titans. Ugly start, but let's chill out. Yes, a punt return here would be nice to make it 10-7. Here we go. Lead to punt. Chester Rogers, the star preseason guy. It goes into the end zone. Good decision. And the Titans, for their 4th possession, and it's been a train wreck to this point. If you want to know how train wrecking it is, let's dive into the stats, shall we? Let's dive into those stats and see actually how bad this is. Again, we're at 78 likes. We're trying to get to 100 likes by first quarter. That's the new trend we're trying to do. Something different. I don't know if we can get there. But we're at 78. We're awfully close. So if we look at the stat line, oh my goodness, do I even want to look at these stats? I may not want to look at these. Kyler Murray, 6 of 10 to 76. He's kind of slowed down a little bit. Chase Edmonds, they are not running the football. They have 3 runs for 6 yards. The running back only has 2 touches in that area. Hopkins is already killing us. 3 receptions, 46 yards, and a touchdown. Christian Kirk, 1 catch for 8. Chase Edmonds, 1 for 1. And A.J. Green, 1 for 21. And both the 21-yard and then the huge Hopkins to start the game were huge. As far as sacks, strips, all that kind of stuff, Chandler Jones has been a nightmare. He's been in 2 plays. Derrick Henry for a 3-yard loss, tackle for loss, and then he hit Tannehill for a sack fumble, and they almost did a pick up and score, scoop and score. And then field goal is 1 for 1 for 34 yards for Matt Prater. Now to the bad, the Titans. Offense. The offense was supposed to be good. Remember, they bottomed out against the Ravens in the playoffs last year. That's the only thing. That's the last time we seen them. They did great. They were top 3 offense. They didn't do much against the Ravens. They are not doing much today, folks. I'm sorry. Derrick Henry, 4 carries, 5 yards. Receiving, Derrick Henry, 1 carry or 1 reception, 3 yards. Derrick Henry is our leading receiver. Derrick Henry is our leading rusher. And Ryan Tannehill's 1 for 3 for 3 yards is our leading passer. That's not very good. We have no sacks. Although Landry and Bud Dupree are getting a little bit of pressure, it's a mobile quarterback, so it's very difficult. And Kyler Murray has made a heck of a play, okay? On a 3rd and goal from the 6, rolls out to the right, under duress, throws it, or actually I'll just say it. He Mahomed it across his body and fell right into Hopkins' arms or hands, and he got both feet down, and Jenkins had pretty good coverage. That's been the game in a nutshell so far. That's been the game in the nutshell. Can't go down 17 here. I think at this point, Molden looks good. I think at this point, the Titans, it's not even about scoring at this point. It's about getting a freaking first down. It's about moving the football. It's about doing something positively on offense where you can have the Cardinals push them back a little bit. Right now, the Cardinals are in attack mode. They are coming up. We have 233 in the house, by the way. We're 3 away from 100 likes, trying to get there by the end of the quarter. So here we go. I mean, Swaim in there. Again, Ferkser effect. Are the tight ends the problem? Why we can't run it? The I formation again. 2 wide receivers, A.J. Brown and Julio Jones, don't even have targets in this one. Tannehill changing the play again. And he's going to play action it. Oh, goodness gracious. Chandler Jones with the sack, and he was held. They didn't call the hold. He gets the sack. That's 2 sacks and a strip for Chandler Jones and a tackle for loss. The Titans literally cannot stop him. That is on Lawan. Lawan is getting manhandled, and he holds him as well as he hooked him. Should have been a flag as well as the sack. And Tannehill, I'm not trying to be mean, but on play action, get rid of the freaking ball. What are you doing back there? Like, I get it. Don't just throw it away. But those are quick reads. Those are usually crossing routes. Whatever. Okay, but Lawan really didn't give him a chance. All right, now the Titans playing from behind the sticks again. 2nd and 16. This has been one of the worst first quarters in Titans history. Yes, I said history. Tannehill back to pass. Chester Rogers with a 4-yard pass complete. But he's tackled right away, and now it's going to be 3rd and 12, 3rd and 11. So Titans are in a place where they don't want to be. They're losing the field position. They can't run the football. They can't block to save their life at this point. They're getting heavy duress on Tannehill. Tannehill's been sacked twice already. Henry can't get past the line of scrimmage in the run department. I don't know. The question is, how much is Todd Downing and how much is the offense? Now we're going, 3 wide. We don't really have any speedsters, by the way. We got 2 elite receivers, I think, in Brown and Julio Jones. Maybe you give them guys a chance to make a freaking play. We won't. We'll throw it short, and McNichols gets about 6 yards, and it'll be 4 yards short of a first down. I'm sorry. I'll take a step back. There was nothing good about that drive either. So we have 4 drives in the books, and they've pretty much been awful. The only good news about that drive, we didn't turn the ball over. We could have, though, because Tannehill took a pretty good sack by Chandler Jones. Oh, my goodness. Well, what do you want me to do? Are we running a fake punt here? Oh, my goodness. We are not running a fake punt. We are running a fake punt? Oh, my, and we got it! Oh, my goodness! What are you doing? I said, don't be predictable, and they just did the unpredictable. They did the stupid, though. They get a look that they like. This is the Vrabel effect. They're not afraid to do it. And we got a little pass to Hooker, and Hooker is a punt returner, so he definitely can catch the ball, defensive back. I don't know how to feel about it. I'm happy we got it, but it's stupid because if you don't get this, you're trusting guys who can't throw the football and guys who don't usually catch the football to make a play for you. They did. It's a nice jump start, but you had it on your own 20-yard line. I don't like it. Back to Derrick Henry. And again, minus 2 yards. They can't run the football. They cannot. Don't give up on it. Do not give up on running the football. But again, you went left side an awful lot. You might have to try the right side. You might. The Cardinals are like, hey, you're going to run it left. You don't trust Quessenberry enough to go to the right side. All right, Swaim is on the right side as a tight end. Again, no Ferkser. So for all of you saying Ferkser, this is what happens when you cannot literally block. And I don't mean to be rude by that. You can't get on the field. Back to Henry. And Henry's going to go for about 1 yard. And Henry got it maybe 2, maybe 3. Give Derrick Henry credit because he could have had 1 yard, but Derrick's just tough, and he ends up getting 2 more. The Seattle Seahawks are yet on the board one more time. They're up 14-3 against the Colts, just to let you know. I don't really care at this point. I care about our team doing something on offense. And yet again, the Titans are 3rd and 9. I try to be more optimistic. I play both sides here on the watch parties. Cardinals are kicking our butt on defense. So here we go. McNichols back in the game. Ferkser there. There we got our Ferkser sighting. And we got 3 wideouts who have not done anything other than Chester Rogers with 2 catches. Tannehill back to pass. Chandler Jones, watch out, another sack on Lawan. So Cabo, C-A-B-O is in here every day leaving a comment. Lawan is trash. Lawan is overrated. Get rid of Lawan. I bet you that guy's going crazy right now. Tannehill right now may not get out of this first quarter because Chandler Jones has 3 sacks. They had 48 sacks last year. He's got 3 sacks in 1 quarter. The Cardinals are all over Tannehill in this offense. They cannot block him. They cannot block him. They are going to have to shade our tight end. Oh, no, that's a flag. He's going to say he tipped it. I don't know. We'll have to see the replay. I don't see a flag down just yet. He says he tipped it, and he may have. But he did run over Kern. He run through Kern. Doesn't look like they're going to throw the flag, so it looks like the truth is holding up. Cardinals are kicking our butt. Cardinals are kicking our butt. Play calling is suspect. Some more of your comments. Oh, my goodness. We need to score on this drive. The offenses look pathetic. Throw the ball. Try that might work. Like take a shot deep. Cardinals might be playing like a deep zone look where, they're not giving you an opportunity. They're taking the deepness away. They're trying to put everything out in front. A lot of times the Colts do that against us with the Tampa 2. Offense looks vanilla again. Yeah. Cardinals are who we know they are. Wait and see. We'll see. MTV, what's going on? Good for you to be here. Reformed artists, what's going on? Tighten up to you. Kyler Murray, play action. There's Simmons. Just can't get to him. There's Evans and Landry. Loss of 2. Good job, defense. I'll be more optimistic on the defense. If they get another stop. They've come up pretty decent. He did tip it. Kern could have got seriously hurt on that play, by the way, because he almost nails Kern, especially his plant leg. He couldn't even get his plant leg down. O-line is terrible across the board. It's making me sick, too. Touchdown, Seahawks. This is what happens when you don't play starters all preseason. That's come up. That's been one of my number one comments today. You're not the only one on that, C-Dub. You're not in the only one. You could go to other places, and they'll tell you, especially with the local media guys, they'll tell you, oh, you can't have that. You can't have that take. But there's two sides to every story. That's the other side. We got to 109. We've reached the end of the first quarter. We're going to take one more commercial. Well, not a commercial break. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. We have to figure out some stuff on offense. 263 of you in the room. It's not looking good at this point. I have nothing positive to say about the offense. Taylor Lewan looks really bad today. He looks really, really, really bad. Chandler Jones looks really, really, really great. So we'll dive into that a little bit more. Keep your comments coming. I'll put them on the screen. We'll be right back. Jacksonville down 14-0 at the second. We're in the second quarter. 7-6 close game. Washington and the Chargers. Seahawks up 14-3 all over the Colts. That game is in the second quarter, 8 minutes to go. Carolina and Corey Davis's New York Jets are still tied at 0. Vikings and the Bengals also tied at 0. This game is a train wreck. I know it's 10-0 Cardinals. San Francisco out and running up 14-7. Buffalo still up 3-0 in a close game there. And then Philadelphia has the lead 7-6 in Atlanta. So, I mean, the fake punt is probably our only good play on offense, and I wouldn't have ran it because it's at the 20-yard line. And it literally did nothing for us after the fact because we ended up punting it. The defense, though, has to keep playing and keeping us in this game. Because you remember, we were down against the Ravens 10-0, and the Ravens came back and squashed us pretty much. Can we do this to Arizona? Mobile quarterback, though, is going to be tough. All right, play action and the shotgun. Murray unloads it, and guess who it is for 9 stinking yards? D-Hop yet again. Be about 2nd and 2 or 2nd and 3. It looks to be 2nd and 2 for the Cardinals. Murray looks sharp in this game, okay? He's made some pretty good plays, but it also helps when you have Hopkins. Showing the Chandler Jones is dominating this game. The Titans have no answer for him, and Lewan is getting destroyed. He's getting eaten up. So I'm not going to get on Lewan right now, but there are people that don't like Lewan, and I bet you they're going to go crazy today. All right, Murray rolls to his right, throws to his right, and that is a bad throw, but it doesn't matter because there's a pass interference against the Titans. And you guessed it, the Jackrabbit himself, who I didn't want him to be the number 1 corner. I thought he'd be a good 2, but he's being thrown to the wolves right now because he's basically the only one who can run the number 1 corner spot. Fulton is our number 2, and he's played okay today. I think he's played well. I got to see the replay on that again. I don't understand why that's a penalty. Maybe I missed something in the first part of that play that I didn't see. I see both guys going for the ball. He had, blanket coverage over him, and the ball was thrown out of bounds anyways. But it doesn't matter. Pass interference, 45. And Caleb Farley's probably not ready to be the number one corner, and he's probably not going to be ready until at least probably week 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They run the ball. That's like the fourth run all game. The third run to that one's Connor. So we see Connor out there. He's 6. The other running back's 2. Trying to get used to this number thing going on. They're going no huddle here. They got the ball at the 42-yard line, 2nd down and 6. Murray, little flare out to Edmonds, and he picks up the first down and more all the way down to about the 32. The Titans are living on the edge right now, and it's not a good thing. It is not a good thing. Jaguars just put 7 on the board, and the Chargers put a field goal up on the board, 10-6, just to let you guys know. And Minnesota Vikings scored a touchdown as well. So here come the Cardinals, 13-32 and counting, moving the football. 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line of Tennessee. Kyler Murray got everybody out, no running backs in this situation. Here come the Titans, a quick pass to Kirk. Simmons can't bring him down, and eventually Hooker does, and it's about 4. Simmons had a shot, maybe for like a 1 or 2 yard gain. He missed him, but I can't get on him too much. There's Trevor Lawrence's first touchdown pass of the year, and they are on the board. But still, Texans up 14-7 in that game. I still think the Texans will win somehow, some way. And back at this train wreck. Oh, my goodness. 10-0. Could be worse. Could be worse. And I think we all know that. It could be worse. Cardinals are dominating. There's got to be some halftime adjustments. All right. Hopkins in motion. Got a false start. There's the flag. So that's not going to count. If it's a false start, you have to throw the flag. You cannot wait and let, in that case, Connor get all the way 10 yards down the field with the football and then throw the flag. It's ridiculous. That should be. Maybe they're going to count against the Titans. Looks like it's going to be against Tennessee. I thought it was a false start, but hey, what do I know? Colts just put a touchdown on the board. It is against the Titans. And it's going to be declined. Maybe that's why they waited to throw the flag. I thought it was a false start. Maybe they said it was offsides, which it possibly could have been. I did not see the what was going on up front. I was watching Murray, but Cardinals moving the ball, 22-yard line, another impressive drive. Got some penalties to go their way. They're going to fake the run, and there goes Murray. There goes Murray. Picks up the first down, and they can't stop him. They are taking, a flag is down. Maybe that will stop him. And it looks, based on Murray's reaction, it looks like it's going to be against the Cardinals, and it's coming back, which thankfully, that's the only thing saving us at this point. Saved us on the one drive for a field goal, and then on this drive, this is going to be against A.J. Green, as he is holding there. Is that Byard? No, it's Landry. Yeah, he's holding. And it's a good sell job by Landry, but Landry's learning. He's learning, but he's being held. I mean, there's nothing Landry can do about that. So good job by Landry. Get some more Dustin in the house. What's going on, Dustin? Get some more of your comments here. I know you guys are piling them in here. We got a lot of comments. Try to get some people I haven't hit. Is Tennessee going to stink this year? I hope not. Colts scored, says King Nat. 30 points. Oh, yeah. This is looking terrible right now. All right. So 1st and 13. That's going to be a draw. And there goes Edmonds. And he'll pick up 10 yards, and it'll be 2nd and 3. So that's a nice play call. So give the Cardinals credit. Offensively, they're gelling. They got the Titans on their heels. The offense from the Titans can't stay on the freaking field at all. 3 red zone trips. The Titans have -1 yards. I mean, the defense is, like I said this earlier, but they're just being thrown out there. I mean, they're really tough spot for any defense to be in. The offense is not helping them out at all. The offense is pretty much that defense, just go out and play. We'll just do whatever. We're not going to do anything. You guys just, good luck. And that's not going to work. Here comes the rush. Oh, there's a touchdown. And who is it again? Oh, it's Hopkins. Remember when the Titans, was it 2 years ago or 3 years ago? I think it was 2 years ago. Tannehill was the backup. I'll just go ahead and put the extra one on there already. Tannehill was the backup. Mariota was the starter. They said there was no debate on that. We went into Cleveland. Is he down? No, he's in. Touchdown. And the Titans went in there and smacked the Browns in the face and destroyed them. This is what it must have felt like because they are doing the same thing. No, that's a touchdown. They're doing the same thing to us. And it's not good. It's not good at all. If you're a Cardinal fan, you guys are looking real good right now. Titans are looking like garbage. And it's mostly on the offensive part. I know the defense has given up 2 big drives here, but the defense is not being put in any position to do anything out there. They're getting terrible field position. They are on the field way too much, and they just cannot stop Hopkins. So to give you more stats on Hopkins, by the way, which is tearing up the Titans defensively, Murray is 9 of 13 for 2 touchdowns now, which I think these stats are not accurate. We got Hopkins now with a couple touchdowns himself. Again, not overly aggressive running the football, but they are definitely hitting on all cylinders. The offense for the Titans, Matthias Farley is 1 for 1 for 6 yards, and that's probably been the only highlight as he hit Hooker for a 6-yard game. Hooker right now is second in the team in yards receiving. He's beating Chester Rogers, Derrick Henry, and he's 2 yards behind McNichols. That's how bad it is. And this brings up a great point. Throw AJ the ball. If you're willing to go for it on 4th down inside your own 20-yard line or 20-some yard line, why are you not willing to give your playmakers a chance to touch the football? Is it, and this is where I'm going to go with this, is it because the Cardinals are taking that away and they're not letting you beat them down the field? Is it our offense not giving Tannehill enough time to be able to do that? I don't have an answer to that. But my point is this. For all that we've heard about how are you going to stop this offense, if our offense can't even scheme up a throw to our 2 elite receivers, just put your hands up. I mean, there's nothing to do. There's nothing to do. There's nothing I can say. Right? There's nothing I can do or say at this point. If you're 2 guys who are going to be Hall of Famers, which we think A.J. Brown's going to be, Julio Jones will, if you can't develop a scheme to get them the ball once, man, it's trouble. You can give me the thumbs down all you want. I don't care at this point. I really don't care. I'm just telling you how it is. I'm not going to sit back here and sugarcoat this garbage right now because that's what it is. It's pure garbage at this point. I'm a fan. I'm going to change it. Things are going to be good. It's week 1. This game, Floyd Reese would always say this, and again, shout out to Floyd Reese. He passed this season or in the offseason or whatever, and that guy, we owe him a lot for this Titans organization. He did so much. So again, prayers to his family. I know it was difficult to see, and Jared Stillman to get through his show like the day after he passed away. I mean, shout out again to Jared. He did a great job there. But Floyd would always say week 1 games really don't matter at the end of the day. Who cares on week 1? But how the Titans are looking right now, you're not even giving yourself a chance offensively to do anything. You can't stop Chandler Jones. You might say, "Oh, Chandler Jones, he's awesome." Okay, but who's coming next week? Do the Colts got any guys that can make plays? And go down and down and down. We have to see something. I get it. They're taking the run away. You got to be innovative enough to come up. You can't even get A.J. Brown or Julio Jones a target in the first quarter. That is terrible. And that probably falls on Todd Downing. Fake pitch, screen to nobody. There they go. They tried to get A.J. Brown the ball, well read by the Cardinals, and Tannehill didn't throw it well. So Tannehill looks shaky. But if I was Tannehill, I would be shaky too, because I literally can't turn around without Chandler Jones being on my back. I'm actually happy my streams aren't working to watch this performance. This is embarrassing. This game is going to be a beatdown. Downing stinks. Looks like Luan on the trade block. Here we go. We're going to spread you out now. And again, another series, another possession, another play. No Ferkser on the field. Just throwing it out there. All right, Tannehill. No running back. Derrick Henry's up top. Quick pass. There it is. There it is. Woo-hoo-hoo. First down, A.J. Brown. Maybe that's a little bit to get this offense to wake up with 10 minutes and 44 seconds to go in the second quarter. That's our second target now in the quarter to A.J. Brown. All right, Derrick Henry in the backfield. Again, I don't see Ferkser on the field again. Just throwing that out there. All right, back to Henry. And he gets plummeted for about a yard or two. Not going to do much as Simmons is there for the tackle. I'm going to say this. Maybe Arizona goes on to win the Super Bowl. Maybe they're the next big thing, right? They're the iPhone 13, which is about ready to debut here on September 14th. But at this point in time, the Titans, they just don't look like they got it in them offensively with the offensive line. They are not there yet. They can get there. They just don't look like they got it. Their Ferkser's in the game. There we go. Ferkser in motion. Oh, no. Here comes a pass rush. There's Ferkser. First down, Tennessee Titans. That's what Ferkser does well. He's not the guy you just throw out there and say, hey, we'll line up behind you and we'll run the ball your way. He's a guy to move the chains. Finally, Tannehill, he's trying to get some of these guys. Again, Tannehill, who he knows, who he doesn't know. I mean, that's a big thing too right now. Maybe that's why he's not going to Julio. He hasn't worked with him pretty much all offseason. All right. Rodgers in motion. I'll get to this play in a minute. I'm going to change it up here on you. What I kind of would like to see. All right. A.J. Brown in motion. 9:18 to go. Back to Derrick. Flea flicker time. Tannehill down the field. Wide open. Chester Rogers down to the 12-yard line. Todd Downing, that's what I want to see. Change it up a little bit. Let's go. First down. Oh. It's one of those games. Flag against the Tennessee Titans. No, it's against the Cardinals, and it's declined. Woo! You know me. I am the guy that doesn't try to go. Ryan Harris knows this. I try not to be super optimistic all the time, and I'm more of a, I try to, half glass full, half glass empty type guy. But usually I always wait after big plays. I fell for it that time, and I didn't. I got super excited because I'm always waiting for that laundry to appear on the field. Offense needs to score a touchdown. This is where I would have ran Wildcat. I would have put the Cardinals on the defensive. Now we're going 3 wide. We're going to fake it. We're no fake. Tannehill. We could have had Julio Jones with a touchdown. Great coverage. They're like 2 guys. Murphy's played pretty well. I'll give him credit. Murphy's been all over the place. He should have had 2 interceptions. Okay. He's one-on-one with Julio, and he's right there. That's perfect coverage. And that ball was actually thrown right there. Right there. I mean, Julio's got to probably make that play. I mean, for crying out loud, the guy right here on the wall, I mean, I remember him not making a play and him being tackled before he caught it. And people were like, oh, he's got to make that play. Well, Julio Jones got to make that play. Come on. All right, here we go. 11-yard line. Second down. Again, not going to run it. We're going to throw it. We're going to score. And Swaim dropped it. No. Ferkser probably catches that. Swaim cannot. He's got to bring that in 3rd and 10. Again, I go back. You make a big play. You got the Cardinals on their heels. Titans are going to go aggressively passing the football. I cannot complain about that. Julio Jones could have made a play. Swaim could have made a better play right there. Didn't do it. Julio didn't do it. I would have threw a little wildcat action there on my 1st and 10. Change it up a little bit. That's what got you down here with the flea flicker. Now it's 3rd and 10 and you're super predictable. Super predictable here. So here we go. Not expecting much. Just don't turn the ball over. There's a false start. They didn't call it. Oh, first down. Oh, Nick Westbrook-Akina with a heck of a play. Shout out to A to Z Sports. That guy can't catch. Remember? He caught it that time and he made a play. He was about a yard short of the first down. He kind of just gutted forward and got the first down. You can't draw it up any better. They were saying, hey, you can throw it short of the line. Once you catch it, we're going to bring you down. And Akina slipped through that and with the power urged forward, run the football. Oh, my goodness. If they don't run this football, I don't care. Derrick Henry, run it down their throat. Let's go. In motion. Derrick, he just got stonewalled. He was sideways. Otherwise, he would have scored. They hit him, and he went sideways. And he couldn't stretch the ball. He would have had it, too. That was Pruitt in motion. Not much of a hole there. Saffold getting blown up. Now, that's stuff you just can't have happen. I mean, Saffold's a veteran. He can't be getting bull rushed right there. He's got to get the guy. Run it again. Run it again. Run it again. Thank you. Get in there. Short. J.J. Watt. I run it again. I don't care. This is bigger than what you think it is. This is a mindset. We are going to run the stinking football. We finished the league last year number 2 in rushing. We have the best 2K rusher out there right now who went 2,000 yards, offensive player of the year. This offensive line needs to wake up and push those guys back, and Derrick Henry needs to score and get everybody fired up. They're going to play action it. Nobody open. Tannehill! Woo-hoo-hoo! Touchdown, Titans! Tannehill was going to go to Swaim out of all people. He was covered. Tannehill's like, I'll just run it. And he barely makes it across. I want to see the replay, though, because I don't know if the knee was down. It doesn't look like it was down. But let's see. 11-play drive, 75 yards, 4 minutes and 9 seconds. Let's see the replay here. I'm glad they kept Todd Downing. You kept Derrick Henry on the field. At least that's where it comes. See, here he goes. Ooh, could have been a hold there by Ben Jones. Where's the knee at? I didn't see the knee. Are they reviewing it? They're not. So the Titans get on the board. I'll give you a touchdown graphic here in a minute. Come on, Bagley. Let's go, buddy. You have the most to gain here. And he misses the extra point. You cannot make this stuff up. You cannot make this stuff up. When it rains, it pours. But here's the touchdown graphic that I promised you. I'm sorry I get a little fired up in these watch parties. I just kind of put myself at the stadium. We'll be there week 3, me and my son, but shout out to everybody representing the Titans in the stadium right now. 306 of you in here. Don't forget to tighten up that like button. We're trying to get 100 likes every quarter. We are playing from behind right now in the second quarter, but I totally understand because the Titans are playing way behind. But we still have 6 minutes to change that. The good news, the Titans woke up a little bit, did do a little trickery. It worked. Big play to Chester Rogers on the flea flicker. Weren't able to run the ball in, so to speak, with Derrick. And I thought that was, I kind of went off, but it's kind of like a momentum. It's a builder. It's to give you guys a boost, confidence. I'm going to put it this way. When you do stuff you know you do well, and you continue to do that well, I mean, that just builds your confidence because you know that's what you do well. But the problem comes into the things that you're confident on, you start to get a little wheezy, little woozy, so to speak, on that. And you're not sure about it anymore. And I don't think this changes things right now with how terrible the offense has looked in the rushing department. I mean, this isn't normal what we see. Yeah, this is kind of what we saw against the Ravens, but this isn't normal throughout the year. Derrick Henry was tearing it up, and it's not Derrick's fault. But Lawan has not played well. The offensive line, in fact, has not played well at all. Chandler Jones has dominated. You go down there and punch them in the mouth and run the ball down their throat on that 1 yard line. Now you go and build on that in the next drive. You know, it's a pick-me-up. And yes, we get the touchdown, and it's great, and the field goal kicker is already, ugh. But I'm just saying, you're just looking for us to wake up because I'm telling you right now, the one thing we're going to need to do to help the defense out, because the defense is doing what they can, we got to eat the clock and we got to run the football, okay? I get it. A.J. Brown and Julio Jones, I want to throw them the ball too, okay? I want to do all of it. But it's a lot harder to do it when you cannot run the football. So Todd Downing, where I give him respect on that drive, the flea flicker, when he needed it the most, we've already done a fake punt, but I also give him the fact that when he was on a 3rd and goal, he didn't replace Henry with McNichols or something like that and put him in shotgun. He acted like Henry's going to get the ball again. Heck, I would have gave it to him on the third down, and if he didn't get it, I would have gave it to him on the fourth down. Luckily, the Titans score. It's 17-6. Yep. My son says the only thing good about the offensive coordinator's trick plays. I think there's a little bit more to that, but that's his analysis. Play clock was at 0. They didn't call it. Now, the Titans wish they would have because he missed the field goal or the extra point. 329 of you in the house. That's kind of like the Cardinals. Like, the play clock 0. I mean, yeah, good. Never mind. It's good. I know. Bagley, I mean, he's got to make that kick, though. You just got to do it. Okay? He's got to do it. All right, here we go. Kyler Murray. Back at it again. Titans need to stop. How about a nice turnover? Play action a little bit. Fake. Murray's got all stinking day. Down the field. Short. So that's a bad throw, but he did have his tight end wide open down there. That's on Kyler Murray. He's got to make that play. We'll get you his scores around the league here in a minute. We'll also shout out our sponsor today, BetQL, here in a minute as well. Thanks for being here at the watch party. Don't forget to tighten up that like button. We want to do 100 likes every quarter. We did it. We're 1 for 1 in the first. Second quarter, running out of time, though. 6:44. We still about 57 away. We can probably count the dislikes, too, though. All right, Kyler Murray, 25-yard line, 2nd and 10. Come on, defense. Come on. Make a play here. Watch the run. They won't. Murray, delayed blitz. Oh, A.J. Green, wide open. So they sent Molden on a blitz. A.J. Green, they're going to say, is incomplete. Was he out of bounds? Oh, he was. That's not good for A.J. Green. He's got to be better than that. That's just not aware. You're not aware of where you are on the field. Jeremy in the house. What's going on, Jeremy? Get some more of your comments here. Thank you guys for stopping by. Sorry I can't get to them all here. M Collective. He's out. Good call. Cardinals not even making the playoffs. Can't be losing to these games. Glad it's only week 1. Eugene says we still didn't get a kicker. I can't believe it. Trevor Lawrence, C-Dub says threw a pick. All right, Murray back to pass. Landry's chasing him. Oh, they can't bring him down. Now it's going to fall on Simmons. There's Bud Dupree. Oh, no. First down, Cardinals. You got to be kidding me. Oh, Rondale Moore. The pass rush could just not take down Murray. They had all sorts of chances. Landry had a shot at him. He couldn't do it. Then he goes across his body, and there he goes across the field. Simmons can. He gets juked out. Bud Dupree gets juked out, and then Rondale Moore is wide open. First down, Cardinals. What a play. Dustin said that's a heck of a play. Kyler Murray has been making some heck of plays. I mean, they cannot bring him down. We got athletic guys, too. Landry and Bud Dupree are probably one of the most athletic guys in the league, so to speak, at pass rush, and they can't get to him. All right, more pressure. They're going to run the ball for about 4. Cardinals haven't run the ball very much. You can't be one-dimensional. Seahawks 21-10 over the Colts. Carolina now up 9-0 against the Jets. Bengals and Vikings 7-7. 17-6 here. 28-10 San Francisco. And 3-0 still Buffalo. Philadelphia up 7-6, and then Chargers up 10-6. All right, 2nd and 6 from about the 47-yard line for the Cardinals. They are going to fake the handoff. Landry there. Can't make the play. There goes Kyler Murray. And he gets first down. So he gets about 8 or so on the run. Again, when you're the Titans, it's the simple thing of Lamar Jackson. You can't go rush too far up the field, because when you do that, Kyler will just go right up the middle and escape pressure and then run. Your secondary is having all sorts of nightmares matching up with Hopkins at this point. So I'm imagining they're like double covering him of some degree. So that really leaves you open in the middle of the field. And Evans, I'm not sure if he's even on the field at this point. This might be where we're missing David Long Jr. Evans is on the field. He is terrible in pass coverage. He may be one, but you can't put in Monte Rice, can you? I don't know. Run up the middle. Good job by the defense. So there's a good stop for no gain. It's like one of the first time the Cardinals have made a play where they haven't got a yard, so to speak, unless it was an incomplete. See, the first 10 games for Murray, 6-4, 10 rushing touchdowns, and then last 6 games, only 1. Like I said, he really did fall off towards the end of the season, but he did get hurt. I'm not sure when he got hurt. I think when you look up different opinions on when he got hurt. Some people think he got hurt earlier than later, so to speak. But he got injured in that last game against the Rams and then couldn't finish it out. And they did lose the last two. And like I said, the Bears got in the playoffs. So 17-6 here, an extra point that's missed. We'll see if that looms large later on. Pass quickly, completes to A.J. Green. So A.J. Green gets a catch. Good for him, I guess. And it's going to bring up an important third down. Bengals just took the lead as well, 13-7. Nice catch, gets him to the 40. I could see Arizona going for it at this point. The Titans offense started to wake up, but a lot of that was because of the trick play. So we'll see what happens here. But if I'm the Cardinals and I make it close, like a 4th and 2, I would imagine they're going to go for it. So the Titans got to come up with a huge stop here. Get the offense the ball back. Maybe we can get down and make this a one-possession game. Murray back to pass. Here comes Landry off the edge. Can't make the play. And yes, Kirk does. First down over Byard. And now we have to worry about giving up another touchdown for them going up 24. I mean, it's not terrible coverage, but it's a beautiful pass yet again by Kyler Murray, which had Landry right on him. Landry took one of those swipes at the ball. It didn't change it up enough, and he did catch it. And Kirk could be a nightmare matchup for us. Murray 11-17, 134, 2 touchdowns already. 3 rushes for 17 yards. Hopkins 5 for 73 and 2 touchdowns. And Kirk just made another catch, so that's 3 receptions. All right, so 1st and 10, back to the run. Connor bounces off, just throws Jenkins to the ground. But give Jenkins credit. He was stiff-armed to the ground like Derrick Henry we see so many times do, but he held on to his legs and brought him down. But Connor just throws Jenkins to the ground, but he holds on to him. Good job, Jenkins. So give him credit there. Gets bailed out a little bit. But yes, he got thrown to the ground. Oh, my goodness. But grabs the foot. Good job. So 307 of you in here. We are 39 likes away for our goal of 200 by halftime. It's 17-6. We'll take another quick commercial. I'm out. IBetQL.co/Titan. For like I said, type in that code Titan for 20 or 25%. Again, they cover all the games. Doesn't matter if your team's talked about or they're not talked about. They do a really good job of giving you basically stuff to stay away from. Again, those mispriced lines, stay away from them. The lines change all the time. You keep track of your previous history. Again, like I said, they do a great job of breaking down all sports, but they do give you guys a really good chance to take on those sports books. And I want to put their ad on here one more time right there for that discount code. So yeah, head over there, App Store, Google Play Store, get yourself. Don't forget to check the description below. Like I said, over-unders, spreads, player props, all those type of things. No more excuses. This is the best recommendation out there. And NFL, it changes in a hurry. We'll see what they say about the second half. But right now, for the Titans, we do have confidence. BetQL is giving us a fighter's chance to get back in this. So shout out again, and thank you to them for sponsoring this video. All right, Kyler Murray, 2nd and 11. Come on, where's that pick 6 at? Oh, throw. Edmonds wrestled to the ground, but it's going to be a face mask to the ground, and it's going to be a first or 15 yards. What's app so I can download to watch a game? Defense looking not bad. Gino, your thoughts on Tennessee was winning a championship team. Why do we even show up if we're going to play this way? Cardinals in my dark horse to winning it all. Vrabel calling defense again, question mark. Good thing the Colts are losing. So at worst, Houston will be in first. Unless our O-line can block, there's no reason for them to run it. I get that, but running is your bread and butter. Running is what you get. I mean, if you cannot block, passing at least, you get your quarterback's head taken off, and we already saw what happened there. So running, it's going to be at least it won't turn the ball over. But yeah, it's problematic. Murray to Connor. Evans misses the tackle. No surprise there. Hooker does enough, but Connor looks a lot more muscular than I saw him in Pittsburgh. Maybe it's because he's wearing red. I don't know. He just looks different out there than the Steeler colors, so to speak. But, man, he looks like he's put on some weight, and he looks like he's put on some muscles out there. I don't know. Maybe he's always looked like that. Who knows? Maybe it's just because he's wearing 6 now, and I'm used to people who wear 6 like being smaller guys, and now they can be running backs and stuff. 2nd and goal, minute 49, and it's going to be right at the 1 yard line. They will fake. They all fight for it. Kyler's in. Touchdown, Cardinals. All right. Well, Cardinals about to go up 24-6. Unlike us, I don't have to worry about them missing extra points. Sorry. But anyways, you guys, it's tough. It's not the start we wanted. Extra point up and in, and it is 24-6. But like I said, one of the things, there is a flag. It's going to be against the Cardinals? No, it's against the Titans. Doesn't matter. Like I said, going into this matchup, I always thought it was a toss-up. You know, the home team gets a certain amount. So many sports books had the Titans a 3-point favorite. And a lot of people picked them nationally. And I do bring up the fact, and maybe, you know, we can have differences in opinions, but week 1 games, they don't always go as planned. Like, how you start in week 1 doesn't mean how you're going to end the season. Look what happened to the Bucs, you know, last year. I mean, there were countless times where they looked bad. I think they lost to the Rams. They swept by the Saints during the season until the playoffs. I mean, and they got blown out one game, I think like 41 or 43-3 or something like that too. So we can shake this thing off. Now, the good news is, you know, it is week 1, but it is a home game. And the other good news from this is the Cardinals at least are on the other side. They're in the NFC. So when it comes to tiebreakers, you want to, you know, if it comes down to a tiebreaker situation, it's better to lose the NFC games than the AFC games. But I can't sugarcoat anything else. You know, I really do. And deep down, you know, there's a lot of good things that can come from this season. You know, doom and gloom today is going to be a key concept. I know that. We're going to hear a lot about it in the post-game show. We're going to hear a lot of people not happy when they call in. They expected better. It's not over yet. Like I already mentioned, BetQL. I think there's more to it than that. I do. You know, I think they have a lot of research. And no, I'm not just I'm just using them as an example, but there's a lot that goes into that. You know, they're not trying to give you bad advice, trying to give you the best recommendation. And now they're going on their motto. They think you know, around the league and around the different apps and stuff like that, if you look, they're the ones that pop up. You know, that's why I'm excited to run with them a little bit. But in this scenario, they can't help that Taylor Lewan can't block. You know what I'm saying? They can't help that can't run the football now. They can't help the fact that defensively it is what it is, but offensively, for the most part, haven't been able to do a whole lot besides that one drive. So I think as the game plays out, the Titans offense will wake up. And I am optimistic that they will come back and win this game. So even though we're down 24-6 and it looks doom and gloom, I will tell you, I think this game is still worth watching. It still should be worth noted that a lot of these guys in the secondary are young. Offensively, I think the offensive line, Keith Carter's going to have to figure something out at halftime. Vrabel's pretty good at halftime adjustments. I suspect they're going to come up with a better plan against Kyler Murray. I still think the Cardinals will put a few more points on the board when this is all said and done. But I think the Titans offense now is really going to have to wake up, and they're going to be forced to throw it more, and that may be a good thing here. Because the one thing about the Cardinals is their pass, like their secondary, isn't the greatest in the world. Buda Baker's pretty decent. Murphy's been playing really well. But now they're going to be more or less forced into doing things. And I know that's not great because you don't want to be one-dimensional. But we do have playmakers now, unlike, you know, some seasons before. I mean, we had A.J. Brown and Corey Davis. You know, he's my favorite player. But, you know, Corey was really good in one game and maybe not so much the other. Let's see if they can figure this out. Here we go. So Henry out of the game, 2-minute offense. Titans did pretty well in 2-minute offense. Tannehill back to pass. Tannehill back to pass. Hits Julio Jones with his first grab. All right, that's all right. We'll take it. We'll take it. Second down. Titans got 2 timeouts. Cardinals got 1, just to let you know. Lawan is maybe gaining some confidence here. I'm hoping they're going to wake up. You go for 2, you cut it to a 10-point game at halftime, which would be great. Tannehill, got to get out of the pocket. He will. There goes Tannehill. There goes Tannehill to the 50-yard line. First down. Ryan probably should have slid around the 40. Would have been the first down enough, but he's like, heck with it. I'm going to run an extra 10 yards. Minute 5 and counting. Titans still with 2 timeouts. Here we go. Tannehill back to pass. He's got more time. He fakes. Cross the middle. He's got McNichols. I'd use your timeout here. They're not gonna. That's fine. All right, get him up to the line. 2nd and 2. Wasting time again. Could have called timeout with 58 seconds. Now we're at 44, 43, 42. Tannehill back to pass. Short arms it. Get out of bounds. He wills Ferkser. First down. You got 2 timeouts. You're going to get field goal range soon. But I want to point this out to you. Bagley's already missed an extra point. Good job by Ferkser getting his feet down and getting the heck out of town. Get out of bounds. Tannehill, this is what he does best. The 2-minute offense from Tennessee. We were like the 3rd best offense in the league. Some of the year last year we were first, second, top 5 for sure. This is what the Titans do well other than run the ball at Derrick Henry. 2-minute offense. All right. Tannehill, 38-yard line. Back to pass. Ferkser bobbled it. You're going to have to call the timeout. That play was read well from the start. They put pressure on Tannehill. Ferkser's lucky to be able to get up from that because they hit him low, and that's kind of where your ACLs and, you get some. He's hobbling off the field now. That's something to keep note on. The way that they hit Ferkser low, his knee definitely looked like it extended some way. Was it enough to hurt him? Hopefully not, but he did hobble off. That's something to note. But here's a play where Tannehill's got to get it out quick. They brought the heat. They're tired of playing back. I don't blame them there. The Titans can wake up. And I've been saying this. I'll say it again. I've already mentioned BetQL many, many times from this. There's a reason why they picked them. We can't lose sight of the fact that the Titans, not every time a favorite wins, upload, I get that. But the push come to shove, the Titans are playing pretty lousy. If they can get a score, heck, I'd even go for 2. Okay, I don't usually do this in the first half. I go for 2. You're down by 10 points. Now, you did get the ball first, so you'd have to kick it off the Cardinals. Cardinals look like they're putting full pressure here. Tannehill's going to have to get it out quick, but I think they're going to fall back. I think they fall back here. They fake this. Nope, they're coming. Full blitz. Lawan gets plowed to the ground, and Julio Jones drops the ball. Now, there is a flag. Julio's like, hey, man, I got it, man. I'll get it next time. It looks like it could be against the Cardinals. It is offsides. Taylor Lewan got bull rushed. He got planted, cemented to the ground, man. He got blown up there. But give Tannehill credit. He made a pass good enough where Julio should have caught the ball. He didn't. He bobbled it. The only bad thing about that play is it did take 5 seconds off the clock. Titans only have 1 timeout, now 28 seconds. Field goal is a very concerning thing. The good news is it would give Bagley confidence that he can do it. Bad news is I could see him going out there and missing it because he missed an extra point. A.J. Brown, this is his time to shine. 2nd and 1. Take a shot deep. Here's your chance. They're going to send some pressure, though. Oh, Julio Jones, but Murphy's right there. I'll tell you what. One of the heroes for the Cardinals secondary, Chandler Jones will get it. J.J. Watt's been playing pretty well up front, those two. But if you're talking secondary guys, the guy I keep bringing up, Murphy, man. He's been making some heck of some plays. Murphy looks good. So if I'm a Cardinal fan, he's the guy that I can't give him player of the game because of Chandler Jones, but he's a guy that I'd be pretty thrilled about. He's been playing really well. He's not afraid of these guys. So give him credit. 3rd and 1. Got to get the first down here. They're going to draw it. They're going to run it with McNichols. You're going to bring some pressure here? Come on, Tannehill. Make a play, man. Tannehill's going deep. Overthrew 8. You got to go for it. They're going to kick it. These are the things I don't understand. Okay? yes, you're down 18. You want to make it a 2-possession game. Fine. You were willing to go for it, like 4th and 3 as a fake punt. Now Vrabel gets in love with these kickers and that throw. Hey, we gotta get the kicker out there. Let's hope he makes it. But if he misses, I'm gonna be really ticked off. And he missed it. I'm sorry. You may want to turn the channel right now because I'm gonna go off. And here's why I'm going off. We did this at Buffalo a few years ago. He refused to pull Santos, and I shouldn't say pull him, but he refused to acknowledge the fact that, like, Santos just didn't have it. This Bagley dude, he don't have it. He missed an extra point. Now he missed a field goal. He doesn't have it. His confidence blown and shattered. I get it. Just keep throwing him out there and kicking the ball. You can pep talk him all you want. He doesn't have it. It's 4th and 1. You're down by 18 points. You got time to make a play and possibly score a touchdown. You had a timeout left. You did a fake punt inside your 20-yard line. And you go out there and kick a 50-some or late 40-yard field goal. Makes no freaking sense whatsoever. Now the Cardinals, maybe they're going to throw it deep. Why not? You got 14 seconds and you got a timeout. Quick, Rondale Moore, there he goes. Rondale Moore to the 50-yard line. Rondale Moore, they're going to call timeout. 8 seconds. Simmons brings them down. Give Simmons credit there. There's a will, there's a way, and Simmons bringing down a Rondale Moore running down the field on the outside numbers is a huge deal. We are 12 away from the goal, from 200 likes. So just throwing it out there. Tighten up that like button. I know it's not great right now, but we're hoping we can pull this off. Bagley's field goal attempt was, 48 yards? So we'll get into stats and stuff at the break. Calm my voice down. Prater's got a leg, so that is worth noting. His longest, against the Titans, 64 yards. Surprise, surprise. NFL record. So we know we can. So, but the good news is they only got one. They got no timeouts. So the Titans should take away and open up the middle of the field. The bad news is there is 8 seconds. So it could be something. I don't know if you'd have enough time, though. 8 seconds goes quick. Kyler Murray's having himself a game. Hopkins is having himself a game. Chandler Jones having himself a game. And when all those things happen, it's tough. I still think Byron Murphy's been playing real, real well. Man, it's not good news, guys. We hit the 200 mark. That's great. So I'm going to applause. I think that's applause. Trying to go on pure memorization there. Like I said, don't forget to tighten up that like button. Thank you so much. And subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Appreciate it here on the watch party. I'm trying to get through this thing. Murray's going to try to win it here. Or not win it, but throw it deep. And there's 2 seconds, so now they'll get to throw the Hail Mary, so to speak. Now, Kyler might say, well, do I want to throw a pick here? Sorry. I play Madden. I know some of you do too. There is something about when you're playing like almost NBA 2K with the my player thing, but you don't want to ruin your stats. But tell you what, let's see what Murray's going to do here. He's not ruining those stats. He's going to run a little screen. There goes Edmonds. Edmonds picking up some yards. Edmonds with a move. Good tackle there. And A.J. Brown tackles him. Out of all guys, might as well put A.J. Brown in the secondary and put him up against Hopkins. All right, guys. It's not looking good for the Titans. They're down 24-6. There's still some hope. We did see some good things from the first half. I mean, I think we did, but the Titans are down 24-6. So, like I said, we'll be right back. We're going to take a little bit of a halftime break. We'll go over the stats. We'll go around the league, get to your comments. And like I said, hopefully we don't lose hope. Cardinals will get the ball first, but let's be realistic here. Not looking good. All right. And catapult you. But you're right. It looks bad at this point. A lot of people. Farley isn't a bust. He just isn't going to make an impact. And he's right now, he's not ready to be that guy. And I said, if it's week 8, week 9, and he's still not that guy, and you got Dylan Redunds who still can't get out there, then yeah, that's problematic. Praising Derrick Henry when he gets 2,000 yards, back-to-back leader in rushing. Now the team is getting beat, but Henry holds the offense back. Ignorance. Yeah, DeMario, again, it's what you see and what you give me lately. I try to be optimistic here, but I'll be honest, it did not look good first half, but I don't blame Derrick Henry for that. And I think they just got to do a better job of sticking with him instead of being too obvious. And I thought the first 4 drives, they were too obvious. Then they figured some things out. They tried some trickery, all that stuff. But right now you're being down 24-6, so he's probably out of the equation for the most part. That's why these guys like Darrington Evans, who shouldn't get a pass anymore for crying out loud. Like, he's a guy that you could throw out there and look at this is just garbage. Rushing yards, 71 for Arizona, 25 for the Titans. 197 pass to us, 91. 268 total to 116. 1 turnover for us. They have 3 sacks. We have none. Go figure. 14 first downs. We have 8. But the thing with us, again, the defense is playing a guy, is just presenting he's making plays. These guys are making plays for the Cardinals. Defensively, just steamrolling the one. They're making plays. But having Darrington Evans out there in a game when you're down 24-6 is better than having McNichols, who I'm not even sure why he's on the team at this point. See what I'm saying with that? Like, I think we hold him up to a higher standard, and I don't understand why Darrington Evans gets a pass all the time. Like, it's his second year. He hasn't been healthy the first year, and he started first couple plays of the game in the Atlanta game. First preseason game, he wasn't healthy there. Kicking-wise, Bagley's the best you can do. You know, you invested a lot of time and energy on Ficken. He gets hurt with a groin. You can't throw him out there. Tucker McCann, they ran into him, and he's probably hurt still. And plus, you didn't sign him to your practice squad anyways. I would have rather went with Tucker McCann if he was healthy, but they ended up bringing in this Bagley guy. And again, Bagley had the most to gain from this game. He probably going to get cut anyways if he was just average, but he is totally not confident. You know, when you're a kicker and your head stays down, Vrabel just doesn't learn, though. He keeps doing the same stuff. He's just going to keep throwing him out there and kicking field goals. That was a terrible, terrible, terrible where he went for it on 4. He didn't go for it on 4th and 1. That could have been the game right there. Rondale Moore, and there he goes. Great kickoff return. He's another guy you could have had in the draft. Went different directions. That's fine. There's a flag. Hopefully it's against the Cardinals. But you will go for it. 287 of you in the house, so thank you for that. We're at 219. Don't forget to tighten up that like button and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, I'd love to have you. As Cardinals up 15 to 8, 15-7. Cincinnati looks good. They're up 21-7. It's holding against Arizona, so that will help us out. But again, Darrington Evans got to get healthy, and I think that's just the key. It's just the key. It's got to get healthy. All right, you need to stop on defense. If you're Arizona, I would keep attacking. I mean, I would. I'd keep going after Tennessee. Tennessee is not doing really well at this point, offensively or defensively. So they're getting some pass rush opportunities, but they're just, Kyler Murray's running around like a video game out there. It's really tough. All right, Kyler Murray, under center. She doesn't go do a whole lot. They will run the ball, and it's Edmonds, and he'll get 5. The Titans over-pursued, which allowed him to get 5 yards. San Francisco up 31-10. They are my Super Bowl pick this year to beat the Browns. And at this point, when you guys got on me with the Browns and the Titans, I mean, haven't seen the Browns yet, but just saying, the Titans don't look good, and I'm hoping they can take something from this. They're getting out-coached. They're getting outplayed. And their stars are making plays, and ours are not. And we are shook. Slim J. Rob said we are shook. All right. In motion, Kyler back to pass. Going to flare it out to Edmonds. And Edmonds gets to the sideline. It'll be a huge 3rd and 2. Buffalo up 10-3 over Pittsburgh. So I'd love to know what your impressions are of the first half. Is there any sort of optimism? Player down for Cardinals. Looks to be a lineman, so hopefully he's okay. Williams says Titans are still have the better record than the Cardinals at the end of the year. Burning Devil 2010 says, trust and believe the Titans will win this game. We always turn it on in the second half. Defense needs to be good, according to T-Town Brown. Titan Bay in the house. I'm calling a better game plan. At the bar. Coaches stink. Perfect fits. We forgot it by the end of the season that we are, Yeah, cardiac kids through every season. Football fan says Cardinals can easily pull a Falcons, just saying. The D needs to spy Murray. Thing is, can they? It doesn't matter who they put back there. They just can't keep up speed-wise. If Long would have been great at it, but Long can't play today. Self in the house. This is the first game of 17. Calm down. Williams says, true. At this point, I just hope the Colts lose. Looks like the Washington football team have found their real quarterback, and Heineke is balling. Kyler Murray extends the plays against the NFL teams, not just the Titans. Hopkins is a really tough matchup for anybody, so good point there, DeMario. Tannehill's our leading rusher right now. Brent says, how bad is it? It's bad. Derrick Henry better than CMC. We need to bring back the corners to take out Hopkins. Cards are going to be great. They have a defense and top 5 offense, says Peyton. Seattle might put up 50 on the Colts, which is fine, I guess. Murray destroying Tannehill. Vince in the house says, let's go. Second half team. Bo G says, we stink. Please throw the ball to A.J. Brown. Arizona, don't let up. And James says, why are the DBs lining up behind the first down markers? That's kind of been a thing for the Titans defense over the years. I don't know why. If Cards get it to score here, it's over. Who is the idiot calling games on TV? I don't know. I don't have my volume on, thankfully. Upload, I send the Titans my playbook. It's more creative than theirs. Hopefully, at the end of the game, we'll end the game on a good note. Hopefully, too. Hopefully, we will, too. I'm a Titans fan, but, man, the Cards are hot. They're looking really good on offense. Exactly stop and hop task for any team. And then right now, sweet mix Texas guy. Garoppolo lost his job after the first snap. And then right now, the Tennessee Titans should change their names to Tennessee. Oh, gosh. Let's see. Peyton, kick him out. Mods. Yeah, where are the mods at? Our mods are at the game, apparently. But we got Sauce. I think Sauce is here, right? I could be wrong. I think Sauce is here somewhere. Spicy's here. Spicy's a mod. After this week, the Texans could be the best team in the division. I see that. Beavis in here. All right, 3rd and 3. Murray, back to pass. All day. Throws it. Picked off. Byard. He's off. Byard, 30-yard line. Down to the 30-yard line. First down, Tennessee Titans. There's our first interception. You can clap it up. Byard going in the end zone. But Byard, come on, man. Come on. I know you're excited. But you're down by 18 points. You're down 24-6. Don't take the defense down to celebrate. Just get the offense out there to hopefully they can score a touchdown. Good tackle by Edmonds. Murray had all stinking day back there. But Bud Dupree didn't come. So Bud Dupree kind of stayed back in zone, and Byard makes a heck of a play against the tight end. That's pick number 1 for Byard. Farley was on there. Both Farleys were on the field. How about that? The Farley brothers out there. Even though they're not really brothers in real life. I don't even know if they're related. Houston Texans are blowing out the Jaguars. All right, we got a score here. 32-yard line. We got the turnover. Tannehill back to pass. Nice catch, AJ. Go down, AJ. Oh, AJ Brown first down to about the 13. When he doesn't go out of bounds and he spins, I just get worried about that ball getting stripped free. Good play, though, by AJ Brown to make a play. Picked up some extra yards. Titans offense. Come on. Sweet says, I knew Murray would screw it up. Hey, it's only, I mean, he can screw up a few times, and they're fine. But if the Titans can't cash in, I'm not kicking a field goal here. I am going, football fan, yes, interception. See if they put some pressure on. Titans are in shotgun here. Henry. Tannehill back to pass. Touchdown! And it's A.J. Brown. Let's go. Woohoo! We're back. The nap is over. It's officially done. We have woken up And we're playing football. Byard with an interception. Tannehill, A.J. Brown for a touchdown. That's the team we've come to love and enjoy over the last few years here in Tennessee. Extra point is even good. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. The Titans. Yeah, you would think that the Titans are winning this game. How excited I am. But I've been holding that in a lot, guys. I've been holding it in a lot. And the Titans have cut this lead now to 11. 11. So Vrabel, yet again, does not go for 2. Highly debatable. I get it. But throws out the field goal kicker yet again. But this time he does deliver. So maybe he is woken up as well. You got to start somewhere, man. So Devin, got to start somewhere. I love the headgear you got going on there, buddy. No, he didn't miss it this time. He hit it. Here's the momentum that you guys were talking about. I thought we needed to go for 2, but he decided to whatever. And now we're at the point where, you know what, we're just going to let our guys make plays. Can't forget about Henry. He's still in the game. He's still a part of this offense. But, you got to trust Tannehill in these situations. And we're always on. We get in debates all the time on this channel and anywhere else you go. Some people say Tannehill, they believe in him. Some say they don't. And then they'll be like, okay, what happened in the Chiefs game? What happened in the Ravens game? Where was he? Well, sometimes you just got to let him go. I think there was a movie once with Will Ferrell, okay, and Marky Mark in the Funky Bunch. But there was a movie once where he said, hey, sometimes you just got to spread your wings. You got to be a peacock. Spread those wings and fly. Spread them and fly, baby. Well, that's what we're doing. You just got to let Tannehill spread those wings and fly and let him go to work. And he's doing a good job on that possession. But let's not forget the interception. Kyler Murray, a bad throw. He had all day back there. And again, when you're feeling overconfident, sometimes you think you're bulletproof, and I think that's what was going on there. So what are the Titans going to do now to step up and stop the Cardinals? They need another 3 and out. They need the ball back. The offense needs to get it back together, go down and score, and then the Titans are right back in here. 351 in the house. Don't forget to tighten up that like button. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. If you're not a Titans fan and you're checking us out, we do try to deliver NFL content across the board. So definitely, if you like what you see, definitely hit that subscription, and we'd love to have you here on this channel. But yeah, we're back officially. My kids are up screaming. They're going at it. One thing lead to the next, and yeah. So that is my daughter, who will be turning 9 on 9/27 of this month. Like I mentioned the last show, it's a pretty cool birthday to have when you're talking about the 2 Titan greats, Eddie George and Steve McNair. Maddox, you're right. We need to stop. Joshua in the house. Tighten up. Now you think what we could have if Vrabel went for it on 4th. T-Town Brown, exactly right. If you're going to take the chance down 10-0 and go for it on your 25, 26-yard line on a 4th down on a fake punt, then why the heck wouldn't you go for it on your 31-yard line on a 4th and 1? I get it. You only have one timeout, and I understand there's there wasn't much time left on the clock, but still, I know what he was doing. He was trying to give Bagley some confidence that he could make some kicks. Problem is, if you don't have the confidence, it's hard to do that. Whoever called the second half energy needs to get a lottery ticket. Yeah, we do see a little bit, but we got to keep it going, because what could deflate us now is if the Cardinals go right down to the score. So here we go. Murray with the tight end in motion. Oh, low snap. Get out there. They can't. Rondale Moore again, and he's off to the races. The thing I did not want to see just happened. Finally, Evans brings him to the ground. Good tackle by Evans, but too bad it was like 40 yards down the field. Huge gain for the Cardinals. Quick screen pass. Gets out there. Jayon Brown thrown to the side. Oh, McDougal, get him out of there, for crying out loud. I'm sorry. I know some of you like him, but I don't know what they see in this guy in the preseason. And I'll go back and watch that play again, but my goodness, man, at least make an attempt. Come on. Rondale Moore looks pretty good. I think he's outplaying Kirk right now. All right, Murray, back to the run. There goes Edmonds. Edmonds will pick up 3 and drag to the ground. Evans there. Evans needs to wake up too. He's already missed a few tackles. He's obviously playing out of his element, because if Murray's going to throw it more than they run it, Washington took the lead. That is something you don't want to be involved in if you're Evans, because he's not good in pass coverage. All right, there's blitz. Oh, Hopkins. Somebody mentioned this, first down Cardinals. Landry gets a free shot. Tart is down. So is Landry now. So now we got two guys down on the same play. They probably, I don't know if they ran into each other. It looks to be a cramp from Landry. Again, I was very adamant about in the pregame show, not dressing Weaver. But there you go. Landry comes super close. But one of you, not one of you, many of you mentioned this in the chat. You said, why did the Titans play so far off the field? That is an exact play that I'm talking about. Like, I understand you want to get burnt deep. But when you guys put pressure on them and you're playing 10 yards off the ball, there's no way Jenkins can cover Hopkins there. And what happens? It's a 13-yard game. And now we got two Titans down on the field. And Vrabel's out there, but Vrabel's with Landry more than he is with Tart. So I'm not sure if the Landry one's more serious and maybe Tart's just a cramp, or is Tart a foot? Regardless of the fact, Landry putting pressure, they just haven't been able to sack, Murray to this point. Get to more of your comments here as we're waiting. Let's see. Where is the ball, sir? Cardinals are the only team in the NFC capable of beating Tampa Bay. I think San Francisco will. And I don't think San Francisco will just beat them. I think San Francisco will beat them down if they stay healthy. But your Cardinals, they're a matchup problem, 3 plays and they're already in field, and that's the one thing you didn't want. And that you can't trust this defense just yet, but you gotta give them. Look at here we go. So we got Christian Fulton 10 yards off the ball. The same thing up there. I mean, maybe 7, 8 yards off the ball. So I know it's first down in this situation, but when you're sending Molden like that, Molden missed tackle. Gosh dang it. Molden put his head down. Molden's got to do a better job. Okay? And Again, I've said this in the pregame or preview video. I said young guys will make mistakes, but they got to learn from them. Here's the instant replay. Watch Molden. There's Molden. Head down. Gets through. You can't put your head down against Connor and some of these guys. You just can't do it. He'll learn from it, but, man, that's a big play because it would have been like a 2-yard gain, and now it's 7 yards. Going to be a run here, isn't it? Play action! Oh, come on, Bud Dupree! My goodness. I love how Bud Dupree got up the field, but sack the guy. You're there. $16 million a year. Make a freaking play. Come on. Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it. Again, I'm excited he's there. Don't get me wrong. But, I mean, their guys are making plays. Our guys are there. Byard made an interception. But the pass rush guys are playing better than they have last year. And Murray's mobile. But you had him. His back was turned to you. Make the play, man. Come on. Now it's 3rd and 3. It should be 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9. Got to make a stop. Why are we playing so far off the ball again? It's going to be a flag. And it's going against the Cardinals. So that's good news. And it's going to be about 3rd and 8 now. Where's that 3rd down defense from last year? Please don't show your ugly head now. Confirm Vrabel and Bowen can't coach defense scheme. It was trash in Houston. It's trash in Tennessee. Kyler Murray kind of good. He is kind of good. I'll give you that. But Bud Dupree's also being paid a lot of money to be able to make a play like that. He put himself in position. He's just got to do it. Delay of game. Something up with Bud Dupree, I'm telling you. Trying to pick, like, he hasn't played since what, week 5? Or the week before we played him? I mean, it's going to take some time, and you're playing one of the most mobile quarterbacks out there other than Lamar. At Titan Upload, like I said, Titan Upload, you need to replace him as a pass rusher. Tryout. Hey, I get it. But you're not paying me $16 million, Aaron. You're not. And again, it's one of those things. I'm not just saying it because I'm a fan, okay? I'm just saying it in general. As a coach, that you got to make that play. And if you don't think you got to make that play, then I really have no other argument. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it is what it is. I'm not saying I'm better than any of these guys. I'm just saying you're getting paid all that money. You're right there. Make the stinking play. Molden, again, I'm not going to be making those kind of plays. I got like a 5.540 speed. Molden can't put his head down. I mean, every youth football coach will tell you that at this point. Again, it's the first game. It's the first game. You guys come here for optimism. I'm trying to be optimistic. but I'm not going to sugarcoat stuff when it's wrong and when it is wrong. And I'm sure Vrabel and Bowen and every other defense, Schwartz, every other defensive guy will pull these guys aside and they'll fix it. They will. Byard with a huge interception. Falcons defense with Dean Pease looks lit. Ours looks like trash. Kyler really is a set. He is, but he had his back turned to him. Got to make the play, man. You got to make that play. Where's Wyatt Ray? He did not make the cut. But there are still some in the media that think he's going to be a great depth piece at some point. So just throw that out there. Jack says we are really going to start. No, we're not going to start 0-3. No. But next week could be trouble. Because we're at Seattle, and they look pretty good. If we still had Pease and Smith, this game would have been lights out. No, Watson's not playing. I would say this. That's a good point by Peyton. Dean Pease just had a really good concept when it came to Lamar Jackson. You could at least be an assistant coach. We need to just start the petition and have you hired. I probably can't do that either, Aaron. Even though I want to be, I can't. No one would ever hire me, and nor should they, because I'm not. Like I said, I'm probably terrible. But you know what? I'm just passionate about this team. That's about my only thing I got going for me. And I didn't get the whole announcer thing, so that's pretty much the only thing I could have done. It was a PA thing, and unfortunately, I didn't win that either. All right, so we're back. Fans are excited. We got people wearing Henry jerseys backwards. Okay, whatever. Bud Dupree, don't go off sides now. Again, why are we playing so far off the ball down here at the bottom of the... Get them. They're going to chuck it deep. Oh, touchdown. Well, if you play Madden, you just saw a typical Madden play, what you would do in Madden. You face some sort of pressure, you throw it off your back foot, you throw it up, and you just hope somebody catches it. And Molden was the guy who gets burned on that play, and Kirk was the one that fell right into his lap. It's a perfect throw, but if you watch Kyler Murray unload on that, he just kind of does this off his back foot, chucks it up almost like a punt. Kirk went and got it. I mean, based on how the Titans' coverage was, 3rd and 3. I mean, we're even playing off the ball. Molden wasn't. Molden was right up there. Evans, what is he doing? He's not sure he's going to pass rush or is he just going to do whatever, but you can't do that. And now Molden's on an island and he gets burnt. And there's no really other answer because Chris Jackson would be the only other guy you could throw out there at this point. But unfortunately, Chris Jackson, they did not dress today. So unless you move Christian Fulton inside and then replace him with maybe a Borders, you're going to have to keep going. Not a good look for Molden. I still have tons of faith in this guy. I still think he's going to be legit. But remember, he got in there early with his head down, and then Connor kind of got by him. And then now that play. But again, was it all his fault? Maybe it was the coverage. Maybe they were playing zero coverage. Who knows? But the Cardinals know that they got a 31-13 lead, and they just matched the Titans. And we're right back to where you started the half with. The only thing different is right now we're at 240 likes, and when we started the half, we were at 208. So, all right, for my own sanity, I'm going to turn the game off for a bit. Steven, good luck, man. And like I said, I'm still hopeful. I'm still hoping the offense just goes down and scores again, and maybe the defense can learn and that kind of stuff. But my prediction's out the window. I said 30-27. It's not going to be 30-27 anymore. For fantasy purposes, I need Kyler to keep balling. That's why I don't really like fantasy football anymore. The more and more I get into this, I didn't want to root against my own guys, because I would be just like that. I'd be rooting for Kyler Murray deep down. I'd be like, hey, just keep throwing touchdowns. At least I got that going for me. But usually what would happen, Bo, is I would be playing someone who had Kyler Murray, and then, yeah, you know how that works. And who knows? Maybe in the couple leagues I am fine. Molden is not even an NFL caliber. Do you think people understand this? Again, Gino, I actually like Molden. I'll defend him on that one. I mean, it's easy now to, and if you are one that have said that from the get-go, then, that's why I love this channel. I have opinions. You guys have opinions. We all have opinions. And you know what? I don't laugh at anybody's opinion anymore. I never did. Never will. People laugh at my opinion all the time. It is what it is. I don't care at this point. You know, when I said Ryan Tannehill should have a competition with Marcus Mariota, and when people were getting after me on that one, saying, how dare I say such a thing, probably would have helped us out more in the long run to start the season with Ryan Tannehill 2 years ago instead of not. Anyways, Tannehill, 25-yard line, got Henry in the backfield. We are down 31-13. Still a lot of time in this game. False start. Is that Lamb in there? So we see our first replacement, and it's Taylor Lewan is out of the game. Wow, did you guys see that one? Was Taylor Lewan out of the game last drive that I didn't see him? Can anyone comment on that? Because I didn't like go and do anything on halftime. I just went and got a drink and poured my kid like apple cider. Is on the field, so he's an NFL caliber player. Trilogy, good point. This is so disappointing. Look like trash. Can we get a comment on Lewan? Have you guys heard about that? Can absolute forget the Super Bowl? We'll turn it around, man. Hopefully. Tannehill back to pass. Chester Rogers. That will get us back to the 30. So it'll be about 2nd and 5. So this is practice for the Titans now? No, I think we still have a shot. We got to score here. Got to score. That would make it, and then I go for 2, and then now we're down by, we'd be down by 10. I guess 10 and 11 doesn't extremely matter if your kicker can't kick. The bigger concern from all of this is the fact that Arizona knows you got to throw it. Arizona knows you're down by 18. And you still can't run the football even when you try it. Usually you get a little bit of your secondary could come out with more secondary guys, those kind of things. But can we please stop? That's pretty rude. All right, so we're back. Sorry. Anyways, Tannehill, 3rd and 5. It's gonna be here comes the pressure. Get rid of it. Get rid of it! Oh, there's an interception. Oh, my goodness. Simmons comes down with it, and the Cardinals take over. Tannehill held on to it forever, almost got sacked, then decided to throw it. Ball was high, got deflected in the air, and Simmons picked it off. This is not the Titans' day. There it is. Maybe just nobody open. You would think either A.J. Brown or Julio Jones, somebody would be open. Nope. And down. And that's the thing. I mean, we have to address the situation. Oh, that was to Julio Jones. It still would have been a tough catch. But, again, when you're elite, you got to make those plays. But this is kind of the thing we're running into, you know? I mean, Julio Jones hasn't really practiced. Tannehill's been out with sickness. Ben Jones has been out forever. Nate Davis has been out with the sickness. Just getting these guys back this week. And and Taylor Lewan hasn't played since week 5 of last year. It just seems like the Titans were out of the sync from the get-go. And now I would say this game is pretty much on a life support situation. Any type of point right now will pretty much bury the Titans if they're not already buried down by 18. Now, anything can happen. There's still 9 minutes left. But Kyler Murray's not going to take the foot off the pedal. He's got all day to throw. Hopkins actually dropped the ball. Wow. He would have had it. It would have been on the sideline, 2 feet down. There was nobody around him. And he simply went right through his hands. So, I mean, we'll take it. I don't think it's 0-17 at this point, but it's disappointing. It was a game that was supposed to be close. Most people thought it would be close. I thought it would be close. You guys, most of you thought it would be close. I did call it a coin flip, and that's wrong. It wasn't a coin flip. Arizona came in here and kicked our butt. Now, Arizona is going to continue to throw the ball here, which I'm kind of shocked with, but that's fine. Landry can't get the sack, and good play. They're going to call the flag on Fulton, and it'll be a first down for the Cardinals. I couldn't see it to see what happened with Fulton there, but he's been aggressive. I would say compared to him and the Jackrabbit, I mean, at least Fulton's I know he's not going up against Hopkins, but he's playing okay. I mean, he can improve, sure, but he's doing pretty good. Chad with the super chat, thank you so much. He said, remind me yet again why the starters didn't play in the preseason. Again, it's a highly, did they call that offensive? Oh, that was honestly good coverage. I don't understand it. Did they pick it up? That was good play by Christian Fulton. So they must have picked it up, or I'm not sure what happened there. I don't have the audio on, but Spicy's calling it. He's saying the game is over officially, and if Spicy says it, then it must be true. BT says Fulton is a good dude. He is. Oh, our first sack! Let's go. I don't know who got it. There was a lot of Titans in there. The Titans come through. They give us some life. They're going to go with Simmons? Fans aren't sure what to think. But Murray goes down. Good pressure. Bud Dupree and Landry both collapsing. And Simmons, nice play. So in that situation, you have the typical thing I was worried with. Both guys rushed up the field. But this time they did a little loop-de-loop with Simmons inside. So Murray thought he had the left side wide open as an escape route. He didn't because Simmons took it away. They're going for the blocked punt. Chester Rogers. Fair catches it. Wow, interesting decision there. Probably could have picked up 5 more yards, but they're going to start over at the 10. Starting to not like Vrabel. I mean, you guys can elaborate all you want on that, because I'd love to hear your opinions on it. Like I said, this channel is based on opinions. This channel, we try to take as much facts, but we try to at least acknowledge what they are and go and how they are and how they happen. And this channel's fun. I mean, it's a lot of fun. You guys make it fun, and I give you guys shout-outs, and thank you so much. Love our Titans community. You know, Mr. Titan, Titans Rossi, Titan Anderson is killing it over there. I checked him out at halftime. He's doing a wonderful job on his watch party. He had 350-some strong in there. He's been killing it. You know, Titans in Truth just went over 1,000. About time he did, right? About time he did. He deserves it more than any of us. He puts a lot of effort into this. Ken Moore had pregame show today. Tennessee Titans Weekly does a great job. Two Tone Zone. I haven't seen those guys in a while, but when I met those guys are awesome. So shout out to them. And I'm sure I'm missing some people if I go back. NGB Talk, I'll never forget him, man. NGB Talk's always welcome on this channel. So shout out to him. Hope he's doing well down in Nashville. But this game, we can take some stuff from it. It's definitely going to be a learning experience. Phillip, I missed the touchdown from Corey Stinkin' Davis. Good for him. Good for him. And me personally, I'm not one that's going to rip Titans when they leave the Titans. That's just not me. I still have Marcus Mariota on the board. I moved him. Put up Mason, right? But moved him. They got to get the Ryan. I do. Ryan Tannehill got the Byard thing back here. I got the King Henry light over here somewhere. But like I say, I love these guys. And, you know, Corey Davis, he was a great dude when we met him. You know, he's a great dude. And I wish him nothing but the best. He was my favorite Titan last year and the year before. Unfortunately, he's moved on to the Jets. But, you know, I'm not going to root against him by any means. So, yeah, you guys, we could do a Corey Davis appreciation thread. We're going to get better the more we play. And I agree with this. And I try to alarm you guys a little bit early for the people that thought we were going to go 3-0. I said, listen, although I thought we'd win this game, I said, I'm not sure how the Seattle, I didn't really give us much hope for Seattle, and I actually picked the Colts to beat us in week 3. But then we start playing, start building confidence, defense starts getting better, offense starts gelling, and then we go on just an absolute tear. But it's just tough to take. 17 games, though. 16 more games after this, and this one's not over just yet. Let's see what we're made of. Back to King Henry. There goes Henry. Nice run to the 30. If you're going to do anything, at least start getting Henry in the offensive line feeling well. Now, I haven't heard, but what is going on with Lewan? Does Lewan hurt? Because we got Lamb out there, and he reminds me of The Undertaker for the most part. And I know Kelly's moved on to the Packers, but what's going on the latest with Lewan? I'll have to look on the break with that one. Is he hurt, or did he just get benched because he was looking awful? Back to Henry. Henry's going to plow forward for about 4 or 3 more yards. It should be 2nd and 7. 38-17, 49ers. Jared Goff, 155 yards and 2 touchdowns for any of you playing fantasy football. Titans down by an awful lot, but we're running the football, so there we go. Now we're changing the play, so this probably is going to be a pass. Nick Westbrook-Akina made a nice play earlier. Is he out there? No, he's not out there. Yes, he is. Back to Henry. Back to Derrick Henry. They're doing a good job tackling him around the legs, but he is about ready to break one of these. Derrick Henry, another solid run, first down. And you're kind of, I don't box, but you're basically doing that. You're getting your jabs in. You can't just throw haymakers the entire time. But I'm sure this deep shot's coming soon. They're going to let it fly. It's just a matter of time. But we don't really have a lot of speed guys. That's Lamb. So that's a challenge in itself. Ken Moore, shout out to him. Like Ken, when we got this guy, was like, yeah, he's what he is. Texans destroying. Lawan looks to be just got benched. I don't know. Rossi, do you have any confirmation on Lawan? Lamb with another false start. Alex. I'm sorry. I'm trying to have fun. He said he got cut during halftime. Oh, my goodness. Back to Henry. Henry still plowing forward. 1st and 15, though. Now the time is starting to run against the Titans. Pruitt was out there. You're going to go no huddle. J.J. Watt's like, yeah, I'm still playing. I'm not hurt yet, so it's good for him. Chandler Jones has kind of slowed down a little bit, but he's still getting pressure. Back to, oh, my goodness. What are we doing? What are we doing? Now we're in full run mode. We're just going to run the ball all the time now. Down by 18, 5 minutes. Like, you set them up perfectly. You got a couple good runs. But then you just keep beating the same drum, man. It's just over and over and over. And eventually they figure it out. Now they know you're going to pass. It's 3rd and 8. Everybody knows. Upload even knows you're going to pass. And you got McNichols out there. Oh, they're going to bring some heat. They're going to bring some heat. Are they? They're going to bring the heat? They're coming. Here they come. Here come the Cardinals. Oh, and there's a strip sack. Ball's on the ground, and Arizona picks it up. 1st down, Arizona. Ryan Tannehill gets lit up yet again. And was it Chandler Jones for the 4th time today? Man, the pressure came, and Chandler Jones just burrowing down, push aside Lamb for his 4th sack and 2 strip sacks. 2 of them strip sacks. And yeah. Wow. Ferkser just made a business decision there, by the way. I don't know if you saw that. He probably made a good decision, though, honestly. Down 18. He didn't need to, he kind of was running up to it, and then he kind of hesitated back. That's where you get your ACLs blown out. So I don't blame him at all at that point. I mean, if you're down by, if the game was close, I get it, right? You sell out to try to get the ball, but in that case, Ferkser, you don't need to, dive in there. All right, we're a watch party, so we're 3:55. This game is about to be blown wide open as Edmonds is running the ball through the Titans defense now, and if you can't stop the pass and you can't stop the run, and there's only so much the defense can do, it's just a matter of time. Murray, 269, 3 touchdowns and a pick. Herbert, 265 touchdowns and a pick. Darnold, 252 and a touchdown. And Hurts, 206 and 2 touchdowns, so he looks pretty decent. Byard pushes him out of bounds. But, wow, this has been an eye-opener. Let's just say that. This has been a complete eye-opener. Not only for me, for many of you. And this is why you guys have said it, is Connor is starting to steamroll people. When the media starts to get behind the Titans turn around and run the other way usually. And that's what happened yet again today. It's just everybody picked the Titans to win. People are starting to float them around as a Super Bowl caliber team, which I still think they are. They can do this. Frustrating, but they can do this. This is just an eye-opener. This is all you can do. Chad with another super chat. He says, can we get to the post-game show early? might be getting to the post-game show early. It's going to be people aren't going to be happy, and me doing a YouTube channel, Tart is down again. That's the second time Tart. So it's a good Tart got back out there. It could be cramps at this point. But right now the Titans are just being steamrolled. I'm just hoping for some sort of resistance to letting Arizona just kind of go march it right in on the ground. It seems like Arizona knows they've won, and now they're just going to run the ball down your throat and try to get that going. I'm Collectus at home. Trash's first game, really. It is, and the key is trash, you throw away and you start over, right? So luckily for us, we can start over next week. I'm just saying that task is pretty difficult when you have to go to Seattle. Seattle looks pretty good, too. All right, Murray back to pass now. Flings it into the end zone. Touchdown. So we've went from pretty much a blowout to an absolute destroyment here, as the Cardinals are about to go up 38-13 unless he was out of bounds. That's a great pass. You know what I'm saying? He's got the hand and the knee down. That's a touchdown. Byard had good coverage. Byard did get a pick today. But, man, Byard was around his head too. So, Titan fans, including myself, 319 in here. We are 3 minutes away for not reaching our goal of 100 likes for a quarter. We're close. We're at 255. So definitely tighten up that like button, or like the like button if you're a Cardinal fan. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Love to have you. But I wanted to say this. We're going to hear it this week. Just be ready for it. You'll know who's in and who's out. Okay? The fans, I love Titan fans that just hop in at any moment, anytime. Okay? The more fans we got, the better. But you also have to know going into this, some fans have their foot halfway in and halfway out. They'll be halfway out now. The media probably won't talk to us much about us really at all. Everybody will pick against us next week, which is probably a good thing. We have to figure out some things with Lawan. We have to figure out some things with the coordinators. Are they going to stick together? This is a good test. But this is an absolute train wreck. I'd rather get trained and steamrolled in week one, okay, and the train wreck to happen in week one than to happen against the Ravens in the first playoff game. You know what I'm saying? I still think we're going to the playoffs. I still think we're a playoff caliber team. The Buffalo Bills, who everybody's picked to beat the Chiefs or to play the Chiefs, are getting beat by the Steelers, which most everybody's given up on. And the Steelers are beating them in Buffalo 20-10. Everybody's going to hop right back on there. Now, for the Bills and us, the difference will be the Bills will get a pass from the media. We won't. But at this point, I don't care. Chandler Jones has single-handedly destroyed us today. 4 freaking sacks, 2 caused fumbles. The only thing he hasn't done is taken Tannehill out. And honestly, we are reaching to a point where it might be a good time, not long-term, but in this game, to just throw Logan Woodside out. Just throw him out there because you don't want an injury. Injuries last the entire year. You could lose these guys for the entire year. This game, oh gosh, Tannehill just got lit up again, guys. If I'm Vrabel, Chester Rogers is hurt now. So I'm just saying, for all that we've heard, Tannehill, give the guy credit. Like Tannehill, he's a warrior, and I love him. But he's taking a pounding today. And being down 38-13, there has to reach a point in this game where you get them out of there. Get them out of there. Just get them out of there. Stanley Wilson, thanks for the super chat. I'll get to you in a second, buddy. Thank you. Appreciate it. 2nd and 10. Now we got Chester Rogers out of the game. We don't have any backup slot because Cam Batson didn't dress. Derrick Henry run all the way. And now you got Derrick Henry, Julio Jones, A.J. Brown, Ryan Tannehill, all guys that you're counting on for the whole year. They're all out on the field right now. And they're down 38-13. Super chat. Says, dude, fans are leaving before the fourth quarter even starts. I have to laugh. I'm getting mad. Again, you never want, I mean, I've been to some tough Titans games. I've been to Charlie Whitehurst games. I've been to the game where the Bears literally took our head off in the first quarter. They were up 28-0, and we stayed to the end. These watch parties, we stay to the end. Good job for Julio Jones to bring that in. He does not, I don't want to sound mean here, and I don't want to sound negative. It's the Lawn's back out there. But Julio Jones doesn't seem to be there yet, okay? It's going to take some time, I think, for him. But he doesn't look to me like he's had some opportunities to make some incredible plays today, and he hasn't. Now, they were tough plays, but that's something to keep an eye on. We want to see some growth there. Henry just gets chucked forward by Simmons. Oh, my gosh. Simmons just put his shoulder down and kind of like hit him, and Henry just kind of lost his step, but still went forward for a couple yards. 38-13, 132 to go in this one. Tannehill back to pass. Lawan doing a better job over there. I don't know what happened. Good defense, maybe. Alford or whatever his name is. So it'll be 3rd and 3. Stanley, thanks again for the super chat. Tennessee, I'm done with Lawan. Hey, he's out there. He's out there again. First down, Julio. Yes, there he is. Hey, I gave you a shout out earlier, man, because I said you're the one that comments on every video saying Lawan's a bum. He needs to get out of there. And Lawan just had a totally terrible half. And I said, you're probably going nuts over there. Now, you know what I mean? Not in the, you're hoping for us to lose that kind of, but you know what I mean? Like, see, I told you guys. But yeah, Lawan looks really bad in this one. All right, Tannehill 3rd and 3. Got to get it out quick. He will. A.J. Brown stumbles, gets the first down. He will get up. And now it's 1st and 10. I'm always worried about A.J. because A.J. and Racey McMath is out there now. I always worry about him because, like, for the last year, you know, he's had foot issues, ankles. He's had knee situations, but he always gets up. So I give him credit. Oh, my gosh. Tannehill just doesn't have it today. That was a terrible throw to Westbrook-Akina. He almost threw it right to the Cardinal guy. Yep, I know. I know for sure. Ethan Harris, leave a comment, man. I'll put it up on the screen. Thank you, buddy, for the super chat. You're down 17. I'd rather be down 17 than whatever the heck we're down, man. But we'll see you week 3. Dare I say, it could be the battle of the 0-2s, and the old Texans are going to start off 2-0. I called that last night, by the way. So if you don't believe me, go watch that video. I can't change it now, but I said the Texans would start 2-0. All right, here we go. Henry in the game, and they're going to run him for to set him out in a pass play on a 2nd and 10. Is this a screen? No. Tannehill. Oh, my gosh. Pass tipped at the line of scrimmage and falls flat. This is a concern. I'm going to voice my opinion. You guys can either blast me or not. But are we going to get ourselves in a situation this year where we don't have a guy right now anyways with the speed? We don't have that speed. You know, like Raymond had the speed burner guy, but he didn't really do a whole lot last year. Like, we really don't have that guy in this offense. I don't think Chester Rogers is that guy. Ferkser that's incomplete. That's just, do you go for it? The Titans will probably punt because the game's out of control. But I would assume the Titans punt. I could be wrong, but this is typical what Vrabel will do, punt it. You know, but maybe he's going to go. But again, we don't have that speed burner type guy. And again, with Julio Jones and A.J. Brown, those guys are great. But, you know, there's always something about the, you know, Hollywood Brown type guy, right? Tyreek can do that. Do we have that guy in this offense? Timeout Arizona. I think Arizona thought we were going to punt too. Arizona's like, wait, what's going on here? You're down by like, I don't know, 25 points. Punt the ball. Vrabel's like, I don't know, maybe. I guess we could. Maybe we can change it up. But Tannehill's taking some licks tonight. Got a couple super chats we'll get to here. Again, from Ethan, another one. Where's Ethan at? Ethan. He says, do you think the game is over? Thanks again for the super chat. The game is probably over, if you want me to be honest with you. I don't see enough life in the offense to do anything. And if it comes push come to shove where we made a little charge, I don't think the defensive consistency is there tonight. And I think by the time we get to that point where we get close, I think the Titans, because of how hot it is and stuff, they'll be gashed. You're already starting to see guys dropped here. Tart was down. Landry was down earlier. He got back up. I don't know what happened with Lawan. He's not playing well, but he's back out there now. Tannehill, 4th and 10. He's going to get sacked again. Down he goes. Is it Chandler Jones? Yep, it is. Number 5 for Chandler Jones. He might have won the defensive MVP just on this game. They can't stop him. They cannot stop him. He has destroyed the Titans offense. It could be the rust of the first game. It could be. It could be. Bennett says, what's up, Upload? This is sad. Not sure what it is, but the hype made me nervous. And thank you so much, Bennett, for the super chat. And again, I don't like hype. I like production. I think Tennessee Titans Weekly says this. Facts, right? Facts. And man, I'm very optimistic. And I drank the Kool-Aid too. You know, like I had us 11-6, then I had us 12-5, and even the last one I did I think it was last night, or Friday night. I mean, I had us the ball run up the middle, about 5 for the Cardinals. I had us 13-4. You know, does this game change the fact of us going 13-4? I mean, it's going to be harder to do. You got to go to Seattle next week, which we're playing another mobile quarterback. And if I could be completely honest with you, if the Titans can go to Seattle and do a complete 360 from this game to next week already and go all the way from Nashville to Seattle, I think we need to like bottle that up as a huge, not only momentum, but like that's going to be a great sign for the Titans. We didn't reach our goal, by the way. The quarter just ended at 273, but we were 2 for 2 up into the third quarter. It's okay. We're still 330 strong. But what I think is going to happen next week is I think the Titans might play a little bit better. They might figure a few things out. They may not have a Chandler Jones come in and get 5 sacks. Who knows? By the time this game's over, he might have 6, 7, 8, 9 sacks. But I don't see it drastically changing already next week. I just don't. Offensively, they're going to do just what the Cardinals tried to do to us. They're going to try to take away Derrick Henry. They're going to try to put up more pressure against your 2 top wide receivers. And if you can't develop schemes to get them open, Todd Downing, I mean, he's going to have to think outside of the box this week to try to figure something out and try not to be so first play, run it, second play action. And the defense, I don't think they're even going to be close to being there. Now, some optimism was Bud Dupree and Landry were high motor guys, and I saw that tonight. They were not able to make plays as far as bring down Kyler Murray. They did have 1 sack. I forget, was it Simmons who had the sack? But those guys made pressure situations, and give Murray credit. I mean, he made great plays. Hopkins. But next week, you're going to go, DK Metcalf. He's not going to be an easy one. They got a lot of weapons, too, in Seattle. And they're, from what I understand, they're putting a pounding on the Colts right now. So let's say that game happens. I'm not expecting the Titans to go in there and win that game. So you can call me not a fan or do whatever you want. I'm just being realistic. I have nothing I can take from this game to assume we're just going to totally change what we did today and go back to being like we were a couple years ago, just plowing through the playoffs. This is going to take time. And I brought this up the other day. And I've been staying off local media for a reason because they get me too fired up sometimes with their takes. But I will say this. Going through the expectations, 1 and 2, that's how I had us starting. Now, I had us winning this game. So maybe I'm wrong and we win next week and then we beat the Colts and we're 2-1 and my whole philosophy is thrown out the window. But this is going to be crunch time. I think a lot of you, we're going to have to bottle this up. We're going to have to just try to laugh this one off the best we can. We're going to hear about it all week. Many of you will hear it from your friends that aren't Titans fans. I know I'll hear about it at work. I know you will. We'll hear a lot about it on social media. The local media, I don't know what they'll do. But the national media, I mean, they probably just won't talk about us again. That's fine. That's something that we need to figure out, though. Spin move, Evans brings them down, be a third down. I'm just saying, it's going to take some time. Go to the Jets. Play Jacksonville. Then you got the nightmare, doomsday schedule. Buffalo, which are losing. Kansas City, which could lose to Cleveland today. Then we play the Colts again at Indy. And then I think we, wrap it all up against the Saints? I mean, Rams at Rams and then the Saints. So we're going to learn an awful lot about this team in the next few weeks. But I'm saying through my long talkness there, when I'll bring it back around, this team's a work in progress. It just is. Got to be patient. It's the best we can do. All right, we got a few more super chats. I appreciate you guys spoiling me here on the super chats. 276 likes. Flash Gamer says, what's happening in this game? I'm a Cardinals fan, and I'm curious what happened to Derrick Henry. Well, hey, good point. Good, thank you. Hopefully you're subscribed to the channel. I appreciate you throwing money our way. What happened with Derrick Henry? You guys have changed the game in the beginning of the game. You read the Titans well. I would say, yes, your offense has done well, and your guys that are stars have made plays. They've showed up. But what I think was the turning point in this game was the first quarter. You came out and your defense read us perfectly. You knew when we were doing play action. You knew when we were going to run the ball. We didn't really help you out, or we helped you out too, I guess, by being a little bit easy to predict. But you guys have done a really good job. And it's not like you got in first down for the Cardinals to the 30-yard line. It wasn't like you didn't have to worry about Julio Jones and A.J. Brown at the side. Like, your secondary going in this game, a lot of people were concerned with. That Murphy dude, he's been playing lights out. Like, he might not show up in the stat sheet, but that dude was everywhere making plays in the first half. That was kind of the changing moment. And then once you got a lead, the Titans had a tough time running the ball to begin with. But Derrick Henry is never going to be the focal point at this point. And right now, with it being a 17-game schedule, you got to take Henry out of the game. You just do. You can't put more miles on the guy. Just get him out of the game. He's not going to be able to overcome his 70. He goes 70, 80, 90, and you're still losing the game. So that's my point. There's no need. I don't care about stats this year. I care about winning a freaking Super Bowl. And I hope we all agree on that. But great comments, and congratulations. You guys looked awesome. Marco, what's up? He says, character looking really impressed, saying, whoa. I'm not sure I understand. Oh, I get it. You did my eCam thing can't figure that out for the pictures and stuff. So shout out for the super sticker, Marco. I appreciate it. So yeah, his character super chat sticker looking depressed. I am too. I mean, as run up the middle, a stop by Simmons. Again, you got so many roster spot guys that can play in these games, and you still got Landry out there. You still got Simmons out there. Where's Roberson? The secondary guys are different. They gotta work. They gotta build. But for some of these guys, you'll know they'll be there, and they already, they know the system. Like, there's nothing good that can come out of this right now. Bud Dupree's still in the game. Why is Bud Dupree still in the game? All right, 3rd and 5. We have a different take on that, but it's a fourth quarter. You're down by 25. They're driving again. Oh, an option play. Good play. See, Molden? That's a good play by Molden. Molden took down Connor, read the option well. Murray got rid of it. I think it was Evans. Or was it no, it was Evans. Evans did a good job taking out the quarterback, and then Molden came in. He put his head down, but he got low and he made a play. So good learning experience there for Molden. I called better I got you, Titan Bay, man. Then we got Trilogy. Thank you so much for the super chat, man. I appreciate it. I think we had a couple more super chats. Perfect Fits. Makes anyone sleep better tonight. The Bucks lost their last game last year too against the Saints. You're right, man. Thank you. Oh, we missed it. Oh, there's life. Sorry, I don't have the voice for it anymore. He did miss the kick, but Perfect Fits, you are exactly right. All right, I'm going to play a quick ad from BetQL, and we will be right back. I think I am. What if I told you there was an app available to get your sportsbook game to the top? Oh yeah, there is. It's called BetQL. Whether it's player props, over-under, or heck, just the spread, BetQL has you covered. You will have access to the data to see who the pros are backing, line movements in real time to jump in on the best opportunities, team summaries highlighting previous success with the spread, and the over-under. Plus, any breaking news, injuries that pop up out of nowhere, so you can stay ahead of the game. Keep track of all your winning streaks and overall success. Head over to the App Store or Google Play Store now to download BetQL. You can also head to try.betql.co/Titan. Enter the discount code Titan for the 25% off on any subscription offerings. You can find the link in the description below, plus find out how to get BetQL for an entire year for free. So the only question now, what are you waiting for? All right, we're back. Again, thank you for BetQL. Don't forget about that description. Type in Titan, save yourself 25%. The good news about BetQL is they have plenty more action for you to look at to go forward with the afternoon games in college and baseball and every sport imaginable you can find on there. And like I said, they put a lot of knowledge, a lot of statistics. They look at it all to give you their best recommendations. So go download the app on the Google Play Store or the App Store. And at least, hey, somebody else somewhere. I mean, if you're an Arizona fan, you're probably pretty excited by this outcome. Us Titan fans, I don't know, man. Just got a text from my buddy Chris, who's a Colts fan. Said we're getting handed to us from that NFC South, and I was worried about that because the NFC South is, the NFC West is tough, let me say. Cardinals, thank you so much, Flash Gamer, for the super chat yet again. He says Cardinals have a really tough schedule as well because we are in the strongest division, plus very strong teams in Titans, Green Bay, Bears, and strong. You're right. I mean, the Colts will be a tough game for you as well. I think the Colts will match up well against you, but your division is tough. I've said I think it's the strongest across the board. All right, Tannehill back to pass. Hey, Julio. Julio's out there. Whoa, Julio. First down. Nice. So Julio Jones, I think that's like his third catch of the night. Tannehill found him, but again, didn't look easy. Cassie says that 55 is destroying us. You were right about that. I'm a nightmares of that guy. All right, back to pass. Screen, Derrick Henry. Oh, he hops over somebody, and he gets about 8. Again, they have a different philosophy than me. I would have pulled these guys. I'm not taking chances at this point. I don't know. I mean, you can fire them up all you want, and I get it, but these guys have played. They know how to do this. It's not that, hey, they need to play more. The only guys that need to play more are the secondary guys because they're young. Throw to Chester Rogers. Nice play. I like that play by Chester Rogers. Got open on the outside, made a play. First down, Tannehill found him. Super chat from my B2K. He says, hopefully this makes you feel better about the blowout. Hey, I appreciate it. Oh, my goodness. I do appreciate it, man. Thank you for stopping by. Thanks again for supporting the channel, all that stuff. Where is AJ? No idea. But there's Derrick Henry. He's still out there. Derrick, I could say this. Not Lawan. Vrabel probably told Derrick to sit down. And Derrick said, nah, I'm going to play. And Vrabel's like, whatever. You know, I just don't see Derrick ever wanting to come out of the game. 2nd and 2. Oh, no. Tannehill down again. He's down. This pressure came up for the middle. Ben Jones is probably the one that got beat on this play. We'll have to see. Colts down by 12. Falcons getting destroyed by 23. Yeah, that was Ben Jones. It looked like Ben Jones and Nate Davis were a double team block, and they both missed the same guy. It starts with Davis. He crosses Davis's body. Jones went to help, missed the help. So both guys, it starts with Davis. Yeah, Chester Rogers ain't. I mean, if you're going to complain about any Titan, Chester Rogers would not be one you'd complain about. All right, Tannehill, 3rd and 12. Throw across to McNichols for about 6. So, honestly, I would kick it. Why? Because he's the one that needs to make kicks next week when the game's close. I mean, it doesn't matter what he does on 4th and 5. You know, we're still losing the game. And he just threw it over A.J. Brown's head. So, I mean, at least it's a building block. When I'm down by as much as we're down, and we're not showing much life of anything, by the way, but we're down so much, go out there and learn from it. Put guys in positions to make plays and learn from it. 4th and 5, you could say, well, upload. Maybe you make a play when you're in a key situation on 4th and 5. I totally understand that. But you know, Bagley is like, again, I can't blame him, but missed field goal. That makes it 38-14. Field goal or missed extra point and the missed field goal. So that's 38-17. We're down by 3 touchdowns. It's a blowout. It's a blowout regardless of those. But what's not a blowout is when the game was close in the beginning and we missed the extra point. And when we tried to put some points up on the board before halftime, we missed the field goal. Those I need to get corrected, and I need to know if this guy can do it next week. You go out and sign a new guy, fine. But then we go through the same thing with the new guy, and we have this kicker issue going on yet again. Why can the Titans never figure out the kicker position? If I was the Titans, I would get rid of Bagley, and I would bring in Tucker McCann. Because at least Tucker McCann, he has not proven he can do it either, but I think Tucker McCann at least feels comfortable. I do. I think he feels comfortable with his team, the city. He's been here for a couple years now. Go and see it, and if he's healthy. If you can, I think he's your long-term answer. You saw what happened to Kern on the first or second punt. I mean, the guy tipped it, but he ran into him, and Kern almost got destroyed on that play. Well, you have nobody on the team now that can punt. At least McCann could go out and punt. I think I had a few more super chats. 1 second real quick. Then we'll get to your comments. We are doing a post-game show after this. Should be a lot of fun. I'll be trying to get the call thing set up. So we'll see how that thing goes. All right, so let's get to more of your comments. Thanks again for giving us a chance here at Titan Upload. This is why you have starters playing preseason. That has probably been my number one question. We'll ask that in the post-game show. Should starters have played more in preseason to kind of build this rust off? Now, were they healthy enough to play? There they are. They're leaving the stadium. But we had reports that they were leaving the stadium at halftime. Lawan might need to retire. Tannehill, not looking good. They're going to run. Go for it. Yeah, I understand. Go for it. But like I said, I'm more of, hey, can he kick the ball? I mean, can he? If you would have missed, I would probably already released him, but we'll see what happens. All right, this is going to be runs across the board to get Arizona out of here with a win. You don't want to get anybody hurt. So if you guys want to comment on anything, let me know. But these are going to be a series of runs. And he got pushed in the back, no call. Got 2. Edmonds was hit in the backfield and still got 2 yards. This is what happens when you don't play the starters. That could be the poll question of the night. 4 drives, 0 first downs. That totally killed us in the beginning. Yep, you're right about that. C-Dub Vrabel's a bad man. Finally, we're doing. Yeah, the Cardinals did really, really good. Our fake punt was, and then the flea flicker, right? Those were like the 2, and the Byard's interception were probably the 3 best plays. Trash. I think I see the issue. It's the O-line. Justin's still excited about the Titans. We are. It's hard right now. Houston winning the division. They'll be in first. Our O-line is getting killed. There's Rondale Moore running off and he gets a first down and stays in bounds. See, that's the thing. Rondale Moore looks like he's been playing the NFL for years. He's looked like he's been playing the NFL for years with how he's taken screen passes and got open in the field and kept running routes even though it looked like the play was broken down. It's our guys that look like they've just found football all of a sudden. Yeah, it's very frustrating. Yeah, Downing is very predictable. Bench Lalon. We can't run the ball. We can't block. Literally, this O-line is garbage. No preseason for our starters. It's definitely showing. Nick, he was here for Friday night, man. It's not the prediction we were thinking, man. All right. Back at it again. Connor up the middle. Everyone in this group's hilarious. It's the first half of the first game. Oh, gosh, I am way back. My gosh, I wonder if those still stand. Lalon is gone. I have to do my homework. O-line and their butt kicked. Just imagine what Chandler Jones would do to Seattle. Well, I wonder what Seattle will do to us. That's a question. This is exactly what I was talking about. Really, the first time the starters have played together. Good point, Corey. Good point. 2nd and 4. Can the Titans, we've got Farley out there now. Farley played on the first, he was in there in the first quarter a little bit. Mark says O-line got their butt kicked today, and that's exactly what happened. Holt, what's going on? Nashville 5 says 800,000 or 8 million. Cardinals just look quicker. They do look quicker. They look like they, remember, they did play their starters, and they played their starters versus the Chiefs at home. No, this is what happened when Vrabel hires his buddy, the yes-man coordinators. Well point. Well taken. Trash. Even more trash. And more trash. The score, says Michael. Why is the O-line so bad? A lot of these guys have been out. You know, Nate Davis has been out the last week or so. Ben Jones has been out pretty much the entire preseason. Ola's in the game now and Roberson. So finally getting some backups out there. And they run it. And that's the thing I don't understand. You know they're going to run the ball. And the pass rushers, even though they're backups, run straight up the field, and then the middle of the field is wide open. They're not throwing the ball. Colts lose by 12. The good news about this game, too, is a loss, just like a win's a win. It doesn't matter how many you win by. It doesn't matter how many you lose by. At the end of the day, it's a loss. Vikings have caught up. They are down by 3 now. And the Lions are starting to score some points, but they're still getting destroyed. The Zubnar in the game, and he's getting manhandled, but he at least brought the guy down. CBS with a new graphic with a blue background on the gray, kind of like that. I think they're trying to model Titan Upload here. All right, back at it again, the run and a first down. So at this point, if I can be completely honest with you, I don't see anything on the Titans defense that would tell me that the offense will even get another chance. I think the Cardinals will run the clock out, and this is how the game will end. There's nothing I see. I just don't see it, you know? And the Titans just didn't have it in this game. Fire Todd, no excuses, just trash. I still think this game does not define our season. David, that's a great point. And it doesn't. I told you, a lot of these younger guys, they need time to gel. Offensively, though, I want your honest opinion on some players that I'll mention, and then you can let me know. Back to the run again with Connor. He'll pick up 2 or 3 that time. Good play by Roberson. Titan Bay 0-17. Sign me up. Matt says sports are fixed. Money, all that kind of stuff. Fakery, says Matt. And then Billy Murray surprised me with his accuracy. And Murray looked good. I think Murphy looked good at corner. The first half, he just showed. He balled out. Chandler Jones stole the show. And then D-Hop. You ain't going to stop D-Hop. Memory back to the trash cans. We got completely dominated every single aspect of this game. And that's perfect. Fitz is completely right. Back to the run again. Connor fakes. Goes out. Throws Molden to the ground. That's his second one. But again, give the Titans credit. That's the second time a guy's been steamrolled. First it was Jenkins, okay? Now it's Molden, and both guys continued on with the play and made the tackle. So, again, Derrick Henry, sometimes he chucks you to the side. You ain't making that tackle. Although sometimes Derrick Henry does go out of bounds afterwards. But give the Titans defense credit, at least in that regard. You know, they're out there trying, and Molden could have just easily got ran over there, and he did get run over, but at least he made a tackle. 3rd and 8, I still think they run the ball. And this is what I'm talking about. I still think they run it here. I don't think they throw it. Can the Titans stop him? There goes Kyler Murray, and he gets down. Smart play by Kyler's part, because Kyler, when you're up 38-13, you don't want to take on those. Can't wait to hear it. Vrabel's in the presser. It's going to happen, Master Jedi. It's going to happen. Fire Vrabel. Done with Vrabel. Perfect Fits says Chandler benefit how much from Watt? That's a good point. I didn't think of that at this moment in time, but that's a great point. How much is Watt helping out the defensive line? If nothing sparks us, hopefully this will. I mean, we'll see what happens. I don't see much. I saw a little spark when the Titans scored. I saw a little spark when Byard got an interception, but they didn't last long. Rondale Moore took like a screen pass 40 yards, and that kind of ended that. Well, if we did go 0-17, at least we could pick up a rookie QB, which would be Spencer Rattler. My son would be thrilled. We went to the camp this summer in Oklahoma, so maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. I don't know how good he is, but we'll see. We'll see. There's no way we're going 0-17. This team, Vikings came back and tied it. So at least somebody can come back. I think they were down like 21-3 or something. They came back to tie it. Yeah, 24. All right, so they're going to punt. So I would assume Logan Woodside time. Oh, they ran into the kicker. So that's a flag. And the ball took a bad hop. And I'm sure that's going to be against the Titans as well. So there should be 2 flags on the field. And they're both going to be against the Titans, which I think, because Lee got destroyed. I mean, if you don't call that penalty. Now, that happened earlier in the game, but because the Cardinals tipped it, apparently, they can run into the kicker. Holding. Wow. They didn't call the roughing the kicker or running into the kicker. Heck, they didn't call anything with the kicker, but they did call holding against the Titans when we didn't even catch the ball. Corey Davis, touchdown number 2. Let's go, Corey. It's exciting. Corey Davis, I'm sure they're getting killed. Vikings and Bengals going to overtime. Pass rush, still iffy. I mean, they got pressure, but, you know, I hear, well, Kyler Murray's a mobile quarterback. Well, okay. But, you know, you go up against like Lamar in the playoffs, and, I mean, that's not, you know, we can't use that as an excuse all the time. We got to be able to keep them in the pocket. You can't let them run around and make plays. Mahomes is one that can do that. You know, for as much as people were upset with Correa when he decided he wanted out last year, which I don't blame the guy. What he got to see in practice every day, and then he had to go out and watch it in the games, like, I can understand why he got kind of upset, because at least with, you know what I'm saying, at least with him, he did his job. Like, he knew his role. He stayed home. He did that kind of stuff. And I remember the playoff game against Kansas City with Mahomes, and that first drive, he had a sack. Why did he have a sack? Because literally Mahomes ran right into him because he didn't bite on anything. And I feel like the 2 guys we got now with Landry and Bud Dupree, which I like, they're just up. They get up the field too much. They're constantly up the field. And then all of a sudden, your mobile quarterback can escape. Now, when we play guys that aren't mobile, I'm very optimistic that they can make a game. They can change the game. But the problem is next week you're going up against Russell Wilson. So if you think this is bad today with Kyler Murray, next week's going to be pretty rough as well. Explicit Pete in the house says, Corey, yep, Vrabel isn't hiding behind players. You're next. We'll see what happens. Big Orange Fish says the team is better than what they showed today. And I would agree with you on that one. They are. They're a work in progress, and we hope we figure it out. So I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be right back. I got some rowdy kids upstairs. But like I said, I will be right back, and we'll see what happens. All right, we're back. It's not halftime anymore. What the heck? All right, Cardinals fans are rocking out in Nashville. They're super pumped. Largest margin of victory, 25 points, would fit them as third all-time behind Dallas, Washington, and Washington. Titans got Logan Woodside in the game. Or do they not? They have Ryan Tannehill. Oh, my gosh. Why is Tannehill still out there? There goes McNichols for about 8. Again, I'm sorry, but these are the moments where I don't need to see Ryan Tannehill out there. Like, he's handing the ball off. This is stupid stuff, okay? This is dumb stuff. This is coaching here. This is bad coaching. There's no reason to have Ryan Tannehill out there. And don't say, well, they're just going to hand the ball off. He could plant wrong. A guy could come off the edge. Heck, in this game, with our offensive line being blown up, a guy could basically, an offensive lineman could roll him over. I don't like it. I don't understand it. It's a minute left. What are we doing here? There's just stuff about, we got to do it my way. We got to do it this way. I don't know. I'm sorry. Got a post-game show I got to start working on, but we'll finish this one through and through. The good game coming up next between the Browns and the Chiefs. I think the Browns are going to beat the Chiefs in the playoffs. I do. I'll stand by that statement. Chandler Jones had himself, he gets upload player of the game for sure. Titans player of the game, I don't know. Can you have a player of the game when you lose by 25 points? Chester Rogers played pretty well. Byard got a pick, I guess. Back to the run. First down, which is not a good thing. I mean, well, I guess it's a good thing because now the quarter's over, or the game's over. But Ryan Tannehill, Buffalo ended up losing. Ryan Tannehill, like I said, fine, didn't get hurt. But if he did, try to defend that for me. Try to defend me why that was a good decision to put him in when you're losing by 25. You got it literally on your goal line. And you have a minute some left in the game. Try to defend that one if he would have got hurt. Luckily for us, he didn't. All right, watch party coming up. Or the watch party just happened. Super chat from Matt says, we have been here before, more than a few times, unfortunately, so we can come back and from a start like this. We got to play better. Vrabel. Thanks. I actually thought it was you, Matt, until I got to the end. But no, thanks so much for the super chat. Guys, I'm going to try to be as optimistic in the post-game show as I possibly can. I think we'll probably start that around 3:45. I need a couple minutes to get ready for that. Thank you so much for being here. I think we did pretty well for a watch party. I think we did almost 10,000 views. We had a few subscribers. We had a few super chats. And we had a lot of super chats. So thank you so much for that. Carolina just beat the New York Jets as well. But there's a lot of questions to answer. And can't wait to hear from you guys. So, again, thanks so much. And also, throw them on the screen one more time. Thanks to our friends at BetQL. Try.betql.co/Titan. Type in that word Titan. I know that's hard for me to say right now after we just got destroyed pretty much. But like I said, luckily for us over at BetQL, they just don't talk about the Titans and Cardinals. They talk about everything. And like I said, they got a lot of great recommendations. So you definitely are missing out if you're not over there. So thanks again and a shout out. Check out the description below. Until next time, which will be quick. Hopefully things work out. We rebound next week. This was not the game we expected. A home game getting destroyed. Physically annihilated. 38-13. Not much positivity. We'll try to be as positive as we can coming up here on the post game. But again, we won't sugarcoat it either. So we'll see you soon. Don't forget to tighten up that like button on your way out. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And for now, we'll leave you with Tighten Up.